News, everyone. The regularly scheduled program will commence, but breaking news. We have an utter disgrace of a situation. I don't know why I'm saying an utter disgrace. It's the most poor time thing to ever say. But my good buddy, old Gothics, has decided to come out with an announcement. Gothics, YouTuber, streamer, gun enthusiast, what other words? Woman is now... God damn it. I hate when it does this. Is now running for office. Apparently, I don't know. I said I'd never run for office. Here we are. I'm afraid. I'm afraid.
So the title of this video is exactly what this video is about. This is not a joke. I am not trying to prank you. I have legitimately decided to run for public office. Yeah.
Boo! I'm just playing.
And I'm going to explain to you how I came to that conclusion, why I came to that conclusion.
Let me guess. The area you live in has just gone to shit, and you believe you and your fellow constituents have the idea on how to make your area in which you live in great again. Is that it?
And what you can expect from me going forward, okay? So before I get into that, let me introduce myself in case this is your first time here. My name is Vanessa. I used to be a radical leftist, and I walked away in 2020. I registered as independent, and my entire video library has just been me talking about my experiences from having my political awakening to criticizing all of the sludge out in society. Now, I still believe that engaging the culture is one of, if not the most important things in terms of shifting the public's perception when it comes to politics. Because ultimately, your worldview and your culture will influence how you vote. And so that's really what I've been focused on for the past 5 or 6 years, is just influencing the culture, helping people to think critically, helping people to question assumptions, and so on and so forth. And so, and I still believe in that. The problem is that if I don't want to run for office, and you don't want to run, and they don't want to run, well, who's going to run? Who's going to do it? If only crazy people get involved in politics, and that means only crazy people will be running the country. So how did I get...
Ma'am, I got some bad news for you. There is a strong group of batshit insane people who run towns, cities, counties, states, and the country. You're a little late. You're a little too late. But you know, it's better to participate in the race at some point than never at all.
Get here. Last year, 2025, you guys may have seen some of the testimonial videos of me at the Rhode Island State House when they were pushing through their assault weapons ban. And those videos went super mega viral. And I had already had people telling me for years that I should run for office. But after those videos went viral, I had people in person, like at the State House. I didn't even leave the building yet. And people are like, you should run for office. And I'm like, no. And here I am. And that was the beginning of last year, 2025. And but since then, I've been struggling with some crazy amounts of anxiety since that hearing, because my logic is telling me, everyone is coming to me and asking me to run for office. What if this is what I'm supposed to do? And what if I don't do it? Then what's going to happen to the state? And what if other people that should run also don't do it?
Because you silly, stupid man or woman. It's because they mean it's just the only crazy people are the leftists. Couldn't possibly be any crazy conservatives who are running any positions of power. No. It's just a bunch of crazy left. No.
Who the hell's gonna do it? So it was a little bit of guilt, and me grappling with this reality that if the good people who can actually make a difference choose not to engage because they just don't want to, then who the hell is gonna do it? And so that really stirred a lot of the anxiety that I had been having for the last year whenever someone would suggest that I run for office, because I don't want to. Like, I really, really don't. But maybe that means that I'd actually be good at my job. You know, I'm not interested in being a career politician at all.
So why? So if you're not. So if you're not interested, why? What's the shift? What shifted you to be on this path? Ms. I am never. Ms. I will choke you by your ear. I will never, do you understand me? Never have a VTuber model.
I'm doing this because I'm pissed off. I have reached my point of sitting back and waiting for someone else to do it. We are past that now. Mind you, Rhode Island is the smallest state in the country, okay? And we have supposedly one of the largest budgets in the country, which again, the math isn't mathing. So there's a lot of things that are wrong. There's a lot of corruption. There's a lot of government overreach. If we don't make a change soon, we might become New York City Part 2, okay? I'm so serious. I've already started to hear the grumblings of government-run grocery stores and rent freezes and all this stuff. Originally, I was going to run for a House seat, but after some persuasion, I have decided to run for Senate. I'm laughing because it was only a couple of months ago. I put a post out on Twitter and I said, I could never get involved in politics because I hate the game. And that post aged...
Get ready to participate in the game. Get ready for being in front of your population, your public, in your town, and a bunch of people trying to smear you for all you fucking worth, sweetheart. And I hope you overcome. I hope whatever you hope to achieve, you get. Because welcome to the hell known as politicians. You are now officially part of the problem. Congratulations, Gothics. You officially become a part of the problem. You're going to be one of the people in suits. The people in suits never solve anything.
Like milk, evidently, because here I am participating in the game. Now I'm going to tell you, the comical aspect of this that I'm sure some people are going to freak out when they hear this, but I want you to hear me out, okay? I'm running on the Democrat ticket.
Niggas. I hate niggas. It's just something. It's just something. Congratulations. You just torpedoed it. You have a back catalog that is completely great freeze frame, by the way. You have a back catalog that is completely and utterly fuck leftists, fuck Democrats. And you decided, instead of just being, I guess, a third party, an independent, or even a fucking conservative, you're running on the same type of ticket you've openly criticized and smeared for years. Explain.
Yeah. I mean, and I know I can hear it. You're gonna be like, why? and I'm gonna explain why. Rhode Island is a very blue state. The city that I'm running in is a very blue city. And if I were to run as an independent, no one, and I mean no one, would give me the time of day. This is just
duh. If you run as a conservative, they wouldn't give you the time of day. Wouldn't it be like the stupidest fucking concept under the sun? This video blows the fuck up. And we're going to hear with the rest of what Gothics has to say. But just imagine a back catalog of saying, fuck Democrats, you're the reason why this country sucks, you're the reason why all of this and all that. And then just imagine all the people in your surrounding area recognize what you're doing and how you're trying to scheme your way into a seat by running on a ticket for the Senate. That's scummy, but welcome to being a politician. They got to be the scummiest there now. They got to do this. Let me tell you something about these politicians now. They like operating under the sensation of scheming and scamming and swindling the populace out of their hard-earned entertainment and taxpayer dollar. And now I got to worry about this kinte-ass black woman coming in there taking my guns. I shan't not do it.
Just the reality. There are a lot of people in this state and even nationally who are party loyalists. And I have always said that I don't think the truth is exclusive to the left or the right. You can criticize.
You know, they got people. There's a woman right now who's currently getting her shit panned. There's a woman right now getting her shit panned because she said that as a Democrat, she's trying to run as a Republican, and they've exposed the fuck out of her. They've exposed the fuck out of her. My sister's dad gave me $200 from his taxes. Give me all of that right now.
The parties, you can say, okay, that's crazy, that's stupid, but to say that truth is found exclusively in a political ideology or a political party, I think that not only...
You know, fuck that. I want to see if I can find it. I actually want to see if I can find this shit. Hold on. This fucker wants this emote only. God. Here's your fucking emote only. Here you go, emote only. Do you emote only? Do you emote only? Yeah, there you go. Hold on. I gotta see if I can find this. Because I saw it 2 days ago. Every damn stream is some shit I find days ago that I don't keep on my person, and I don't like it. Running as a Republican, come on, man. This well, okay. Oh, found it instantly. Woman, ironically, a woman.
I'm not a real Republican. Like, I am telling people the truth. I knock on a door and I say I'm running in the Republican primary, but I'm not a Republican. I'm a progressive. I'm running as a Republican in the Republican primary for Congressional District 14 because that is where the actual competition happens in our gerrymandered district. It happens in the primaries. Like, if you're in a district that is a lock for Democrats, that Democratic primary is where the competition is. And quite frankly, while the can't win strategy is about building for the long term and like building our bench and being ready for fair maps in 2030, we got to fucking win right now.
Sure.
Because we are in an emergency, like a democratic emergency.
It's the exact same thing, but somehow worse. It's the same. Oh, well, fuck, I can't win over here, but maybe if I lie to all of you, I can win over there. Scheming and scamming, swindling activity. I don't like it.
It lacks critical thinking, but it's dangerous because you're implying that your political party is infallible and you're incapable of holding your lawmakers to a certain standard. And I don't want to be that person. So this is why I've always just, after...
Wait a minute. Back up.
...ideology or a political party, I think that not only lacks critical thinking, but it's dangerous because you're implying that your political party is infallible and you're incapable of holding your lawmakers to a certain standard.
I got you one better. You are telling me right now that your political party and what it is that you espouse and what it is that you believe can't really stand the test of time in your area. So your idea is to trick the voters into believing that you're a Democrat that's going to be beneficial for them and their democratic policies. But if you were to be elected and put into the position, you would actively fuck over the people who live in the fucking state. Okay. Which then furthers the conversation about politicians being scummy, swindlers, and not at all decent people.
And I don't want to be that person. So this is why I've always just, after I left the radical left, I disaffiliated, and I have been unaffiliated until like a couple of weeks ago when I reaffiliated as Democrat in order for me to run for Senate. And I think that's a healthy medium because then it allows you to say my loyalty isn't to a specific person, a specific leader. My loyalty isn't to a specific party. It's to what is right, what is
If it wasn't for a specific party, you wouldn't have signed back on.
Good, what is righteous, what is the truth.
Politicians are the same on both sides. Hey, don't, hey, whoa, buddy. Don't let certain people hear that. They might think you they might think you have an oral fixation with a fucking fence. Fuck. Good luck, buddy.
And ultimately, these political labels mean nothing to me. You know, it's just a label. And as we see, people change, ideas evolve, and then next thing you know, you're looking at the party that you have been loyal to for the last 20, 30 years, and you're looking at something that's completely unrecognizable. And so what I want to do is to, again, run on the Democrat ticket and present ideas to the public and encourage them to judge those ideas based on the merits of those ideas and not who the information is coming from.
Well, that's a problem because it all depends on where the information is coming from. Because a pedophile who has just been convicted of raping 7 newborn babies cannot all of a sudden get on the podium for conservatives and be like, the path of righteousness is to Christ. Because it would seem like in that regard, you would actually need a better messenger. And Gothix is no pedophile, but Gothix has a catalog that wouldn't create the togetherness that one would believe in. And if somebody were to be running against Gothix and pull up the back catalog and give the public all the information they need about Gothix, in knowing that, hey, she's going to go in and try to join in on this ticket to corrupt the very foundation of this ticket. That's the basis of politics in terms of voting, just slandering each other up until somebody wins. And I fear that might be the route somebody goes in terms of running against Gothix. They're going to pull these cards, and I would hate to see her have to deal with that type of situation, because you'll have to look at the people and explain your stances and how they view what it is you're being presented as. Because you can't just casually walk. What's that shit Gothic says? We'll circle back to it. You can't circle back to it with politics and trying to be elected. You got to answer that shit on the money. You got to be able to answer that shit in the best way, shape, or form, because if you don't, ooh, you look bad. You look bad.
So that's why I'm running as a Dem. Now, the other question that I think many of you are probably wondering is what's going to happen with this channel or the Rippaverse and any of these guests.
Why the fuck is Mohammed on Kick wanting me to give him a sexual orientational fixations, my dear boy?
Side things that I'm involved in. Nothing's going to happen. I need an outlet, okay? I need something to relax, to unwind, to take my mind off of all this campaigning. So yeah, no changes as far as content and all that stuff goes.
Oh, if you win, there'll be changes. You will probably not have the time, effort, or the energy to once in a blue moon stream, once in a blue moon upload a video, or work for a comic book company. That's just the meat of it. You won't have the time for it.
But now, I need your help. Okay, many of you have been suggesting that I run for office, literally since I started uploading YouTube videos.
I would never listen. There's like 1% of the people that watch me on this channel, and there's probably less than that on the other one, that say, oh, Leon should be a politician. I would never take you motherfuckers seriously. That's probably the most low IQ thing any of you motherfuckers could say to me, and the balls on you to even type it in a fucking chat. I would never be convinced to do anything of substantial political note from a dumbass named LOL Beastie 24 or Mariah Flower Haha or Wolf Cloud or Mental Patience or Kyram the Frozen. I wouldn't trust any of you. I wouldn't trust your judgment. I feel like you would just want to see a spectacle, and I could give you that. I could give you that without being a politician.
And so if you were one of those people, congratulations, you got your wish. God answered your prayers, okay? But I need your help.
First of all, the vast majority of people don't even live in Rhode Island with you. So whatever you do won't necessarily affect a good portion of the people who watch you, because 362,000 subscribers, I'd say maybe 1% of them is in Rhode Island. So good for them, but everybody else is just, congratulations.
In two ways. One, getting the word out. I have 2 social media accounts that I'm trying to grow. I have an Instagram and I have a Facebook account. So if you would be so kindly to just go to these links, it's in the description.
I will not be joining the liberal propaganda that is Facebook, madam.
And just give it a like. And once I start making videos, please reshare it and give it a like. That will help me tremendously, because people are very visual. Okay, let's be honest. They're very visual people. And if they see a political candidate with 5 followers, they're going to be like, no. I also have a website, Vanessa4ri.com, if you want to take a look at
Please tell me this website is linked. Donate!
some of the things that I'd be like, no. I also have a website, Vanessa4ri.com, if you want to take a look at some of the things that I will be prioritizing if I were to get elected. And also support financially if you're able, because campaigns are not cheap. And as we know, the opposition has endless pockets. And like I said, if you...
how would I know your opposition has endless pockets? I don't even know who you're running against. And what's to say that these motherfuckers wouldn't go the same route as you, asking for donations? Like, why are you already trying to stack the deck in your favor? Let's go to the website. I want to go to the website. I want to see. I want to. Whoa, man. Ma'am, you. Hey, usually. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say usually. In the very few cases that I've seen, somebody with like a politician profile page will have, name and, where they're running, but then they'll have like a little image of themselves, the weird looking all 32 smile. And then like a list of things, here's why you should vote for me. But you ain't even got it. Oh, where is the website? How can I know what you're doing? I sent you not. You said click that or no, but hold on, let me hear that again.
.com if you want to take a look at some of the things that I will be prioritizing if I were to get elected. And also,
y'all about to watch me press this link again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, release them. Like, man, ma'am, where are the things? I don't know what you're running on. Hold on. Maybe if I switch to monthly, it'll do something. Nope. Imagine a motherfucker monthly paying any of this shit monthly, especially if you don't even live there. Like, I would understand if people live there doing it, but me? Why in the fuck? You gotta give me something. Now look, maybe it was made last night or yesterday, and they haven't had enough time to go in and update it, do all the rigmarole and all that. We gotta be fair here, brodies. We gotta be fair here. But when you say click that to see what we up to and what we voting for, hold on, let me see. Let me check the Instagram. The Instagram might have a little something. The Instagram might have, okay, you got a little something going on the Instagram. And this boy, 32 followers. Oh, here we go. This might be, there we go. That's what I was looking for. This is what I was looking for. See, I told y'all. They got the all 32 smile and they got the, hey, this is what I am. I told y'all. I told y'all. Y'all ain't won't fucking listen. But hi, I'm Vanessa Lopez. Mexican. I'm a lifelong Rhode Islander running for state senate District 15 to serve Pawtucket Providence and with non-practical comments and leadership. This campaign is about results, what's working, what isn't, and fixing what matters to our community. We can laugh, but she's putting herself out there. Dickhead. Let me explain what I laughed at, because it's clear being slow is a strong suit. The woman said, click this to find out what she's doing. It leads to nothing but a paywall. I would rather, or I would need her to go in and also readjust and add the link to this. There is not a fucking problem with putting yourself out there. It is hilarious as fuck when you tell people to click a link, they go straight to the money. Okay? Good. Now, why is she running? Do I want to watch this or do I want to read? I want to read. Today, Pawtucket, reading is fundamental, you motherfuckers. Pawtucket Families are working harder while falling further behind. Costs keep rising. Small businesses face growing barriers, and too many decisions at the state house feel disconnected from the people they affect. I'm running for state senate to bring common sense and practical solutions back to the government. A different type of campaigning. This isn't about picking sides, then you wouldn't have sided with the Democrats. It's about listening to people, meeting them where they are, and focusing on what actually makes life better in Pawtucket and Providence. We won't agree on everything, and that's okay. Solutions don't require uniformity. It requires respect, open conversation, and a willingness to compromise and work together towards a common goal. Stop right there. I wish I could believe this part, but knowing that you've debated college kids and demeaned them and then have gone back home to edit up a video saying woke E destroyed by black woman talking about gun control or something to that effect. I believe disagreements handled with humility is healthier than agreement enforced by pressure or labels. How Disney movie made me question everything. Why you can't debate the left. She wants open borders for women. Woke college student doesn't know she's racist. College student tells me she's impressed. Race baiters get roasted. Dear Pride Month. Guys, this is the thing. If somebody's wicked enough, they're going to try to use all of this against her. And hopefully somebody within the realm of time from now to whenever this fucking election is, somebody clues Gothics in on responding to questions. Cause it ain't gonna be no, what's that weird motherfucking name? It ain't gonna be no Hunter Avalon being like, oh, you black bitch. It'll be your fellow constituents in the room. It'll be politicians. It'll be people egging each other on, not in the realm of like a YouTube debate where if you say one thing in the wrong tone, oh, you black bitch. So hopefully, my hope is that somebody's coaching up on how to go tit for tat in a room full of presumed professionals. Because debating drunk as fuck 19, 21-year-olds, it ain't going to be the same. It is not. But let's keep reading. Too often, politicians encourage people to talk past one another. I'm running to change that. This is a campaign built on common sense, reason, and on the belief that Rhode Islanders deserve leadership that listens and governs with purpose. If you're tired of politics that feel disconnected from everyday life, I invite you to join us. Yeah, think she got a shot? You never can really rule anybody out. I think Gothic has got a shot. As long as she's able to respond to whatever the fuck comes her way in a political professional realm, I think she's got a chance. And if I was in Rhode Island, I'd vote for her. But I'm not. So you ain't getting my vote. You not getting my... All right, I guess I'll watch this. But if it's the same
everyone.
fucking
My
thing...
name is Vanessa Lopez, and I'm a lifelong Rhode Islander running for state senate in District 15 to serve Pawtucket and Providence.
You gotta do something about this hair. I don't want to see this wokey hairstyle. This half-shaven head you got going on. You gotta do something about that.
Right now, too many families are working harder than ever, but still falling behind. Costs keep climbing, small businesses
I'm hearing the same thing that I read. See, it's so much better to read. When you read, you learn. When you read, you understand. You fucking Americans don't know shit about it, but, you know. But my sole critique change the structure of this. It shouldn't just be a flat out straight to the donation page. You have both links.
So
you need both links. Did you change it yet? No, she didn't change it yet. I refreshed. She didn't change it yet. She didn't change it yet. Damn it. Somebody's got to clue her in. Somebody's got to clue her in. Also, hey, wait, meet Vanessa. What does this do? What the hell? Oh, it's a family picture. Oh, it's the wedding day. Oh, they look all happy. I was born and proud. Do I really need to read this? Endorsements. The League of Rhode Island Business. Oh, okay. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Do I really want to fucking read this? Fine, I'll read it. I was born in Providence and raised in Pawtucket, shaped by a diverse, hardworking community and my Cape Verdean and Puerto Rican heritage. Oh, good Lord, another illegal. You fucking Bad Bunny fans and all your fucking propaganda. You bad bunnies and your fucking propaganda. Oh, God. I attended Davies Career and Technical High School, where I learned firsthand the value of practical skills, discipline, and showing up every day ready to meet you. Hold on. We got a problem. We have an honest problem. And I ain't nitpicking. I'm not nitpicking. Because this was Gothix's words, not mine. Did she or did she not beat it into everybody's fucking heads that she dropped out? Now, was that dropped out of high school or was that dropped out of college? It's one of those two. The lore of Gothix has gone on so long that I have confused the two. Because that might be another thing people hang on. Because you know motherfuckers will be like, oh, how can we trust the people? How can we trust somebody who's a high school dropout? Like, you know that'll be the gimmick. Everybody knows that'll be the gimmick. Gothix gotta go in and not let these motherfuckers push her around. If Gothix wanna win, she gotta grab Rhode Island by the balls. She can't sit there and be all nice and cool about it. You gotta show them you the big bitch in the room. You gotta show them that you know how to lead. Because if you don't know how to lead, you're gonna get stomped out. Growing up, my mother instilled in me a foundation of truth. Nothing in this life is free. She raised me to take ownership of my choices, work hard for what matters, and understand that every opportunity comes with trade-offs and requires thoughtful decisions, even when the path isn't easy. As I got older, I started paying closer attention to the policies shaping life in Rhode Island. I began asking tough questions. Why aren't these policies producing the results people were promised? Who is actually being helped? Too often, those questions were met with vague answers or brushed aside altogether. That experience drove home a critical lesson. We don't just need leaders who listen. We need leaders who are willing to do the work, dig into the details, and have the humility to admit when something isn't working. That realization is what inspired me to run for state senate. I love this state, and Rhode Island needs leaders who are willing to tackle tough problems thoughtfully, honestly, and without excuses. Leaders who measure success not by headlines and political wins, but by whether families can afford to live here, whether young people see a future here, and whether businesses want to invest here. I'm running because I was raised to understand that choices matter and that someone always pays the price when the government gets it wrong. And if we expect more from Rhode Island, we should demand more from the people we send to represent it. It's good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Priorities. Did I already read it? Oh, shit. I talked all that shit. This is what I'm talking about. Tell the people what you fucking doing. Tell the people what you're about. Tell the people what you're going to do. As your state senator, I promise to welcome and respect the voices of our entire community because strong policy is built by listening to people with differing experiences and perspectives. I believe diversity of thought. Whoa, diversity. Equity? Inclusion? No. Mariah, why did you go to Kick specifically? And why is your name Mariah's micro penis? The fuck are we doing? You redeemed the fucking thing a second time and you're expecting me to turn it off? Absolutely not. I am not turning it off. until I'm finished here. Be accessible and transparent about my decisions, explaining not just what I support, but why. You deserve honesty and a representative who actually listens carefully and thoughtfully, even when conversations are difficult. Engage with disagreements respectfully to hear one another out and focus on solutions rather than partnership. Rhode Islanders are facing some of the highest utility costs in the country, putting real pressure on families and seniors. Energy policy should protect the environment while being honest about its effectiveness and cost. Instead of relying solely on new mandates, we can expand responsible competition, encourage innovation, and support locally driven solutions that balance affordability with environmental progress. Small businesses, housing affordability, mental health, addiction, and community. Gun safety, of course, there it is. Gun safety, there it is. That's what we want. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. A fucking plan of action. That's the fuck I like to see. That's what the fuck I like to see. A fucking plan of action. That's the shit I like to see. Quality healthcare. That sounds wokey. Public transportation. That sounds like Zoram 9/11 Mom. I'm going to hell. 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 Reliable public transportation is critical to getting to work, school, daily errands. Recent RIPTA, because I'm not fucking RIPTA service cuts in Pawtucket have left many Rhode Islanders without dependable options. Uber. Public resources should prioritize residents first rather than funding perks that don't serve the community. At the same time, we should explore market-driven solutions. Uber, like partnerships with local transit providers. Uber, flexible routes. Uber, Lyft, and innovative ride-sharing programs. Uber and Lyft, to expand access, lower costs, and give residents more dependable options by focusing on transparency, efficiency, and practical solutions. We can build a transit system that better serves the community. I ain't gonna lie. It's not bad. Some of this isn't bad shit. Some of this is bad shit. Now, some of it might sound woke. But you know what? That's a different set of circumstances. Everyone should be able to access quality healthcare without being crushed by cost. That sounds wokey. The best way to improve outcomes is by expanding choice, making preventative care, wellness resources, and a wide range of treatment options available so individuals and families can decide what works best for them. I believe a healthcare system built on transparency, competition, and personal responsibility can lower costs. What do you mean personal responsibility? What personal responsibility could lower the cost of healthcare? I guess what you choose as like a healthcare provider, maybe, but in the realm of like what could possibly matter versus what won't, I'm struggling to understand. But, you know, maybe she'll expand on that in the future. By removing unnecessary barriers and empowering patients with clear information, we can create care that is more affordable, innovative, and responsive without one-size-fits-all madness. Okay. Rebuilding the family. Strong families are the foundation of strong communities. Public policy should support families by providing pathways from assistance to stability and long-term opportunity. While respecting each household's circumstances, programs should equip parents and guardians with the tools they need to raise. Are you wanting the government to help different families? What are you? A libtard? I'm having considerably too much fucking fun with this. I will not lie. I'm having too much fucking fun. Programs should equip parents and guardians with the tools they need to raise children successfully, including access to education, mentorship, and family counseling, while connecting families to job training and work opportunities that are directly aligned with local labor market needs. At the same time, policies should remove unnecessary bureaucratic barriers, reward programs that deliver real results, and empower parents to succeed, children to thrive, and communities to grow stronger across generations. What are you going to do about the cost of diapers? You know, because as an American, as a Rhode Island resident who's been here since 1984, I don't like the fact that the cost of diapers is going up. I can't buy diapers for my fucking 5-month-old grand cheeky. What my dear grandchild Mariah micropenis here cannot afford apple juice. How are you? Because somebody in that fucking state is stupid enough to say shit like this. No matter how much people want to like glamour about every person that lives in their state, we all know that there's some dumbasses in here. I ain't gonna lie. It was a fucking journey to get here. It was literally a journey to get here. But knowing that this is here, my one critique now is to clean this up. Like, the donation page shouldn't be the first thing. It really shouldn't. It should not be the first thing that we see. We should see, like, the Meet Vanessa. That should, I would argue that should be first. Then this. Then completely this. Get involved. What the hell? I don't know what it is. I don't know how to get involved other than what I'm doing right now. Maybe somebody in Rhode Island's watching this right now and they think to themselves, oh, maybe this person could help save my shitty state. Who knows? It's about as good as I can do. Because that fucking $2,000 a month ain't going to happen. Love you, guys. Hope you succeed. But oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, that's our girl. That's Gothics on the political market. Who knows if she'll win? And if she does win, who knows what she'll truly do to benefit her residents in that city, and if they will target her for any potential issues in the future. Hope you succeed. Now on to business. Now on to a little bit of business. I will now remove the emote only. I shall now remove the emote only. Now on to business. Now on to the big business. Now on to the big business and the big business only. Poppy Playtime Chapter 5 official game trailer. Now, I ain't gonna lie. That Chapter 4 was ass, and it was ass because it was glitchy. It was glitchy. I don't care when any paid partner says, well, oh, the fans really don't have a true perspective about what was going on with it. Nope. They put out a game that was glitchy and buggy that took a bunch of updates to come out. But now, let's see what they're going to give us in terms of gameplay for Chapter 5. And it better be the last fucking chapter, because I'm sick of this shit. Oh, poor Huggy. Poor little Huggy. Oh no, poor little mommy. Poor mommy. Oh, poor little cat now. Oh no. No, no. Oh, poor Joey. I felt bad for Catnap only. Fuck Joey. Oh my. Oh, it's the red hand. Oh God, what the fuck is that? Why it look like that could be a fucking companion, but also could be somebody that at a moment's notice could that just turn on me just because I didn't do something right.
What are you talking about? We're not the first to try and take out the prototype.
Oh, really? Oh, what the
One
fuck?
tries.
Oh my God, that motherfucker big. Wait, no, that motherfucker big. Why this bitch look like y'all remember that fucking cartoon Oh fuck! What it was? It looked just like this. Hold on, I'm in a flow state. I'm in a flow state. I know exactly. That shit looked ugly as fuck. Oh my god! Why that motherfucker look so ugly? Oh god! That shit look horrendous. And you wanna know what that motherfucker look like? To me, if you like get a look at it, if you get like a true look at that thing, if you see that and you don't see this. Oh my god, that thing ugly. It don't even look like scary. That motherfucker look just like Tack. Oh no.
Kill them all.
But everyone has a weakness.
Am I about to get a fucking fever dream about the fucking hour of joy or the experiments going on? Oh god.
This is our chance.
Wait. I'm either about to become a toy or I'm about to somehow see into the mind of one of these motherfuckers that turned into a toy.
This is our chance.
It's you. You're
Hi, Poppy. Oh, hi, Kissy.
You're running out of time. 5, 4.
Oh, Huggy. Oh, Huggy. Oh, Huggy. My dog Huggy's still on the hunt for us.
2.
Oh, hi, Huggy. Do I get to see what you look like? Do I get to see what you look like? Do I get to see what you look like? That's nasty. That's nasty. That was nasty. Is it over? Is this the last one? Can it please be the last fucking one? Cause listen, you can talk about, oh my god, it's just been so innovative this, it's been so innovative that. I already got it wish listed. But please, can it be the last chapter? Cause what else could you do? What else could you fucking do? You literally have us about to confront the prototype. It's over. What else? There's nothing else in the game. We could already talk about the fucking structural impact of this fucking factory. Because on what planet do you have a base factory, and then you have an entire playground, and then you have a fucking orphanage, and then you have somewhere under that, and now you got the labs? The structure of this building really needs some fucking foundational constructive criticism going on here. It needs to be the end. Because what could possibly be chapter 6? Getting chased on all different levels that we've traveled throughout these past 5 years just to end up back at the front door? That'd be terrible. If that was just one baseline game, that'd be fucking terrible. But spooky as this was, and as much as I have a little bit of fear about how this might play out, I'm still excited and I will be playing this game because I just like a little bit of horror in my life. And if I could get Huggy to die at my feet and this time I could confirm his death, well, I think that's just about all right. And I feel as though, just to add this in, either Poppy's gonna fucking betray me or the prototype is just gonna fucking kill Poppy. It's one of the two. It can't be both, and I will not settle for any other option. Oh, wait, and that's another thing. Where the fuck are these kids? Where the fuck are the kids? Where are the kids? Where are the kids? Cause everybody been talking and burping and bitching about oh my god, oh my darling, I say we're separate. All this stupid ass fucking. The prototype is Poppy. That'd be some sick shit because we haven't seen him in the same room. somebody, I don't know who it was, they floated like a really interesting fucking theory that the fucking prototype was the defective, like, retarded brother, and Poppy was like the perfectly made sister. And that's probably the only theory from this dumbass fan base that I've actually sat back and was like, that's actually pretty fucking good. That's pretty on the nose. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good fucking theory. Because, you know, I'll say this. They got a lot of motherfuckers. They got a lot of motherfuckers who make theories about shit, like, all that. They got a lot of motherfuckers who cape for these fucking franchises. That was actually a pretty good fucking theory. And this fucking fan base has some of the worst fucking theories ever. Like, oh my God, this one minute detail will change how you truly look at
guys.
Fucking shut up, Super Horror Bro. This one fucking thing will change how you truly see Poppy's playtime forever. And you gotta think to yourself, will it really? Or are you just wasting my fucking time? It's a prototype of the Poppy. No, hey, you know what? That could work. It'll still be dog shit, but to like the quintessential fucking aspect of it will still be dog shit, but it'll be dog shit that's effective. Because you just gotta now that I'm actually versed in this fucking franchise and this fucking game, so much of it fucking sucks. Chapter 1 was essentially just like a borderline beta test. Like, let's be real. Chapter 2 was alright. The puzzles actually had a motherfucker engaging with the game and making sure that I was dotting my I's and crossing my T's. Chapter 3, best chapter. Fuck what you heard. Best chapter. Best chapter, best chapter, best chapter. No complaints. Actually, that's not true. There's like a slight complaint, and it's really just skill issue that I couldn't fucking do the thing. I just couldn't. I couldn't fucking.
Field tournament style, up and down on the ground. Monja, plonja, blonja, bonja, ishka, bibble, babble, flabble. Doma, roma, floma, boma, jingle, jangle, every angle. Bricka, bracka, flacka, stacka, tooton, rerun, free for all. Big ball.
Skelly doesn't want to tell you that I was off something the other day. By the other day, I mean yesterday. I tell chat what I did yesterday in ARC. What, died? You stupid Skelly, I'm so sick of you. I'm so fucking sick of you because you like playing with me. You like playing with my fucking emotions in my fucking heart. I appreciate the fucking raid though. I appreciate your random fucking community of drunks and sexual deviants. Hello, the name's Leon. I'm the spawn of the sexual Satan. I'm the one who's casually cursing out Skelly and calling her racist every single time. Tell him how I saved you and Chris. Okay, okay. Yesterday, me, Skelly, and Chris were playing Arc Raiders, and what were we on? We were on Blue Gate, and we were at Pilgrim's Peak. Sounds racist, I know. Me and Chris go down. Skelly is the last one alive, and it's 2 against 1. Skelly downs one guy. And Skelly's not on the mic saying anything because Skelly's trying to concentrate. I'm down. I'm just letting it play out. Skelly is now behind me, walking further back. Chris is screaming bloody murder for Skelly to get over here and kill the last guy standing, who me and Chris both see. Skelly is not moving. Skelly is not fucking moving. Skelly is not showing any sense of urgency. And then decides to leisurely walk to these motherfuckers and shoot them. And by them, I mean the motherfucker that's already downed. And because luck was on Skelly's fucking side at that moment, she looks up and shoots this motherfucker who's still standing that completely missed almost every shot. It was probably the most annoying circumstance. This is what I mean when I say Skelly plays like a goldfish when it comes to playing with me. Skelly plays with Doc and Man Pops. This motherfucker's the Assassin's Creed. This motherfucker is Auditory Deferenzio Avinze, whatever the fuck his name is. But playing with me, a goldfish. This motherfucker's nothing but a goldfish. Like, nothing. Leon was higher than a kite. Who's to say I'm still not? It's just all coming down. Like, the chance of me just like dropping on stream, possible. Because you know what, I'm not divulging what I did. Just know little old Leon was a little happy yesterday, and it trickulated all to the night, and even right now. Simple work, slight work, easy work. Now, because we got John Quincy Adams over here, who's Nux Taku? Well, I don't know. Ever since I did that last stream talking about right-wing VTubers, my thirst for these characters has not been quenched. And so I'm on a journey. I'm on a journey to start learning about VTubers. And when I said that, I was alerted by Chris of Nux Taku. And I was just told to sit back and enjoy the shit show. Now, this is not Nux Taku. This is apparently a video from 3 years ago titled, "What Was Nux Taku Thinking?" In question mark. I have no idea what he's thinking. But we're about to find out.
Watching this video and continuing to watch Nux Taku, I know there are a lot of people who are going to watch this and be very disappointed by what I'm about to share with you because it might change how you view him. In a nutshell, Nux came out as a run-of-the-mill anti. Yesterday, he made a series of tweets calling lolicons and those who defend it, you guessed it, pedos. Now
hold on. I seem to recall, and maybe Chris could help me out here. Let me just ask Chris. Let me just go ahead and ask. Let me just go ahead and get a reminder from Chris. Was Nux Taku the one? Cause wasn't it him that showed like a group of people porn that was lolly? So by this logic of 3 years ago, you're a pedophile, buddy.
I'm sure that comes as a complete shock to those who are familiar with his content. After all, he has used and profited from Lolly and Lolicon for his thumbnails, his content.
What the fuck is that? What the actual fuck is that on the screen? If I get a good look, right here with this armpit, see, this is the second time I've done a VTuber stream and there's a fucking armpit in a sexual manner. Like, Skelly, you people are not of a clean variety. I'm seeing a girl in shark pajamas looking like she's looking back. I'm seeing a fucking, I think it might even be the same character busting out the gut. I'm seeing a character, I guess, flustered, assumedly because of sexual reasons. I'm seeing Nezuko and Ochako in making faces that would make it seem sexual. Like, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing?
Friendships and connections. Worse yet, this morning he tried to backpedal on everything and claim it was just a prank, bro. But I will show you, without a shadow of a doubt, that what he said yesterday represents his complete switch up. His attempt.
Skelly is one of the good ones. You're not on Twitch. you're not saying that with honesty. You're only saying that because you want to be controversial. You're not saying that honestly, and you need to calm down. Calm it down.
Attempt to appease the VTuber community he has desperately tried to appeal to that has rendered him as one of the biggest hypocrites on the subject I've ever seen. So without further ado, let's look at Nux Taku, the lolicon who cried pedo. So the drama began with this post he made yesterday. It states, "Nothing as beautiful as friendships forged in making fun of pedos." And of course, it contains a screenshot of his interaction with Mudahar, where he says, "A dark day for cupcake enthusiasts," which is a reference to pedophiles, EDP in particular, where he has a screenshot of the news where lolly and lolicon related hashtags have been banned on Twitter. Now, this is something that I spent a great deal talking about yesterday. In a nutshell, the lolly hashtag has been banned on Twitter, and much to some people's surprise, it is something I support, because over the years, despite this term being shadow banned on Twitter, actual pedophiles have hijacked this term and abused this hashtag to seek out real-life children and exploit them sexually.
Now, why do you think that is? What was the gateway? What was the gateway to this? What was the gateway? What was the gateway? What was the gateway? What was the gateway? Could it be maybe? Nah, I'm just spitballing ideas here. Yeah, I'm just spitballing an idea here. You could tell me if I'm in the ballpark or not. You could tell me. But when the idea behind motherfucking pedophiles feeling very comfortable in discussing their roundabout discussions about how much they want to fornicate a child, wouldn't that have started with jerking off to drawings of children? Wouldn't that have started there? I'm not pressing that link, Skelly. I don't know what's going on there. I'm not pressing that link. I already have the videos I want to watch. I'm not.
Now, these aren't anime fans. They're not.
This one is the absolute worst. You know what? No, it's on topic. You know what? Brief intermission. Let's see what's going on here.
You want me to say it out loud?
What this VTuber likes kids. Oh, okay. We're already on a journey, so let's just fucking go.
I want to a lolly.
And I'd be groomed by you. What do you think is happening right now? What do you think the purpose of my TikTok is? What do you think the purpose of the Discord is? I'd say in recent times, the lolly I've gooned to the most is Anya. But she's...
The one, Anya, the little kid from Spy Family, bro. The little kid, the adopted kid from Spy Family, bro. And then you got this little girlish, googly-eyed fucking VTuber. I know you a grown man with a voice changer. Nigga, you sick. Nigga, you weird. I know you a grown man with a voice changer. What the fuck?
She's just so cute and she's so innocent, and I want to corrupt her. Of course, a breeding stallion. Yeah, give me a breeding stallion. I don't want a motherfucking pony. Give me a stallion. I don't mind if they want to watch me to lollies, because you want to know why? Because it's not illegal. It's not illegal because it's pixels. And until the day I die, I will be into lolly incest in real life.
You motherfuckers need to be caged. Like I'm so at that point. Get caged, bro. Just get caged.
It's okay, guys. I have 3 hard drives now, so you can dislike lollies. You can be an anti. I'm not gonna sit here and convince you otherwise. If you don't like it, that's your business. But how come you're going into lolly spaces and complaining about how much you hate lollies? I'm a 26-year-old woman. My God, minors always want to pull that stupid ass minor card.
What's good, y'all? Hot Man here. Today we're...
I don't think I want to watch. Do I have to watch more of this? I feel like I got the brim picture. Like I feel like I got the brim picture. We were arguing about a halftime show, but not this. No, you got. Oh, I got the summary. I wonder if there's any more. Are there any more like clips of some kind? Oh God, there might be.
So the cops can look all they want. In fact, I don't mind if they want to watch me to lollies, because you want to know why? Because it's not illegal. It's not illegal because it's pixels.
Oh my. Where's Knuckles when you need him? That's crazy. Are there any more? Okay, let's go right here.
I'm going
going insane. I'm going insane watching this. Like,
You can dislike lollies, you can be an
More
anti.
racist,
I'm not
I'm not
gonna
watching this.
sit here and convince you otherwise. If you don't like it, that's your business. But how come you're going into lolly spaces and complaining about how much you hate lollies? If you dislike Burger King, do you walk into a Burger King and argue with the Burger King employees about how much you hate Burger King? No, you just don't go to a Burger King.
hey, liking kids is not the same thing as not liking a fast food restaurant. There's a difference between liking kids and not liking a burger restaurant. If I don't like Burger King, I'm not going to go in there. But I don't like people who are PDF-philes, right? And so obviously I'm going to intrude on their spaces where they think they feel safe and make them uncomfortable and make them leave, because those kind of people have harmful beliefs and ideologies that harm real people and real children, right? It is a harmful thing to have. It is harmful inherently. And so going into an inherently harmful space and stopping them from feeling comfortable and being able to congregate is the point. That is supposed to happen. Oh, well, if you don't like us, then just don't go into our spaces. That's not happening.
I'm sorry. Call me the tyrannical ruler of the West.
How's my dick supposed to jump off of all of this information you just gave me, man?
But I will be damned if we start believing this makeshift gimmick of pedophiles having their own spaces.
How, when you're doing illegal things that are morally wrong, obviously...
I want to know... I feel like me and this guy already agree. You know what I'm talking about? Me and this guy probably already agree. Now, I don't usually agree with white people, because y'all are evil. But
Adults, and when the adults clap back, they start quaking in their boots like a dying chihuahua, and they're like, I'm just a minor. You can't talk to me like that. Like, bro, you were the one who started it.
Kids don't understand what they're getting into. They obviously do not understand the entire grasp of the topic, right? And a kid...
By the way, Chris confirmed to me that Nux Taku is the one who just sat some ordinary gamer down and had him watch some lolly porn.
Experiencing hate from a bunch of grown...
Which, by the way, what a bonding exercise, man. I just reckon, yeah. You fucking wake up and decide, hey, friends, fellow online companions, you know what we should do? Bust one real quick.
People online is worse than another grown person receiving hate from other grown people. A grown person can handle that hate a lot better than a child can. It's not like the child fully understands what it's getting into. It's a child. It can't fully think. They can't fully think for themselves at that point in their life, right? That's just weird, you know? Dudes in the chat are talking about how they're trying to get groomed and stuff.
What do you think the purpose of my TikTok is? What do you think the purpose of the Discord is? What do you think? You're being groomed.
She's admitting to grooming people. She's admitting to grooming people. She's admitting to grooming people, bro. She's admitting to grooming people. What are we doing? Are we real right now? Is this real? Am I real? And all the comments are supporting her. And all the comments are supporting her. Am I insane? Am I going insane? I'm struggling to understand why this person has any support. What are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing, bro? Oh my god. Oh my god.
You can't rule if she's dead. Well, yes, you can. That's called necrophilia, but that's besides the point. That is besides the point. The best part, again, I said this before, the best part about a body is she can't say no.
Yeah, so it's
My faith in humanity has gone down yet again, which now brings me to a video, ironically, uploaded last night, 12 hours ago, exposing Nux Taku's EPI empire. Fucking part 1, apparently.
I'm Nicandros.
I need a game. I need a game. What game? What game? What game? Fortnite? No. Nope. Nope. Not Fortnite. Nope. I'm not feeling very Fortnitey. Nope. Dead by Daylight? Nope. I'm not feeling really Dead by Daylighty. Nope. Reloaded? Somebody did ask me, when am I going to play Reloaded? I didn't know the game came out yet. Hold on, did the game come out? Hold on, let me go to my wish list. A friend has invited you to join a stream playtest. What the fuck is this? I'm not playing Scramble Nights. Fuck you. Let me go to my wish list. Oh, it is out. Sweet. Who? $13. I don't know about that. Oh, the reviews are mostly positive. Oh, Reanimal is coming out in 2 days, boys. That's what I'm excited for. I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking at Steam. I ain't gonna lie. I might buy this shit. I might buy it. But that is not right now. That is not right now. What I shall do right now is play a game that I have not played on stream probably in a year. Probably even longer than that. Peak? I did not stop playing Peak for a year, you dipshit. The Walking Dead? That was trauma incarcerated. Oh, and by the way, Courtney, I appreciate the 10 bits. Borderlands, that's an option. I love how everybody's just recommending games. I love that. I love that. But a little bit of UFC. Y'all can watch me get my shit beat. You know? Why not? Why the fuck not? Why not? Watch me get my shit beat while listening about a motherfucker who enjoys children porn of the cartoon variety.
Is Tectone, a guy who used to follow 900 hentai accounts on Twitter. When likes were still public, people found out that Tectone had liked an animation depicting a Genshin Impact character called Venti getting their back door blown wide open by a BB Hilichurl C. For context, Venti is an effeminate male character with the body of a 15-year-old boy, so Tectone has a history of it to gay porn involving 15-year-old boys. This is more speculative, but photographic evidence suggests that Tectone lives by the slogan, "He who beats it, eats it." In case you don't know what that means, now you might be disgusted by this, but given Tectone's physiology, that's actually a very impressive feat.
Oh my god, this motherfucker is a level.
Me when I show her my penis,
99.
I'm 6'8".
about to
I
get
don't know why I would lie about it. My penis is a basketball where I feel the need to lie about my height. But I'm 6'8". I'm 6'8". I'm 6'8". You 6'8". I'm 6'8". 6'7". I'm 6'6". I'm 6'7". I'm 6'7". 6'6" men BMI.
Now, for reference, I'm 6'7". I've sometimes claimed to be 200 and sometimes 201 centimeters, but I've never claimed to be 2 whole inches taller. You might say that lying about 2 inches is not a big deal, but to some people, that's all they've got.
Thankfully, I have a very small cock.
Tectone was recently served a 10-year protective order to stay at least 200 yards away from his ex-girlfriend Pinkachu for sexually assaulting and stalking her. He's also been forced to give up all of his guns. Before this all came out, he also had some really deep thoughts.
The more you are aware of what's going on in the world, the
Oh
more
my god, oh my god, oh my god!
the more that people will try to discredit the people telling the truth. I mean, I want you to look at Nux Taku, for example.
Now, I found out about Nux Taku.
Who the fuck is ringing my door? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Who the fuck? Is this a Jehovah's Witness? Oh my god, it is. It's a Jehovah's Witness. It's a fucking Jehovah's Witness. Shh. It's a fucking Jehovah's Witness at my fucking door. It's a fucking Jehovah's Witness at my fucking door. Stop. Everybody shut the fuck up. Everybody shut the fuck up. They don't know I'm here. They don't fucking know I'm here. Fuck them. They don't know I'm here. And they ain't gonna know I'm here. Fuck them. That motherfucker just knocked on my neighbor's door. Why you letting that man stretch? Shut the fuck up. I was hoping it was a 7 foot tall. It's right. Fuck, you ain't the only one. Motherfucker Jehovah's Witness. Motherfucker Jehovah's Witness. Motherfucker Jehovah's Witness. Get the fuck out, motherfucker. That motherfucker done went away. This ain't motherfucker. I got butts. A hell that's worse than ice, right? Like, right, bro. I don't wanna. Created fighters not allowed. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with any created fighters. None. I don't want to deal with any of you fuckers with like the all black fucking character that got white hair, white eyes, and is Jesus. I'm looking at my Ring camera. This fucking Jehovah's Witness just sitting there. Don't motherfucker ring my ring doorbell. Like, who the fuck you think you is ringing my ring doorbell, motherfucker? You know who I am? I'm Mr. Jacques Von Hamsterville. Like, you don't fucking knock on my motherfucking door like that. You don't knock on my motherfucking door like that. What the fuck you think this is? You don't knock on my motherfucking door like that. Oh my God, I think my neighbor answered the door. Oh my God, I think my neighbor answered. Oh my God, my fucking neighbor answered the door. Oh my fucking God, my neighbor answered the fucking door. What is wrong with this lady? You don't fucking answer the door to Jehovah's Witness. Oh God, why the fuck are they standing outside my door? Why don't they walk towards their door? This is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. I'm gonna take my fucking anger out on Jehovah's Witness on this motherfucker. Come here, motherfucker. Oh God. I don't even know how to uppercut on this fucking game. Boy, I done fucked up so bad trying to play this shit. Bing. Bitch. Bitch. Oh, bitch. Oh, why stop punching? Oh, God, why the fuck stop punching? I'm not. He hit me. He hit me. I picked standard bang just so that I don't have to fucking deal with a motherfucker doing all this cockamamie ass shit. But he blocking. How he know what I'm doing? He know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't want block. Only a bitch block. I'm trying to jab, nigga. Try to, oh God. It's like this bitch know what the fuck I'm doing. We playing patty cake at this motherfucker. You go, hold on. Back up. Why wouldn't he back up? Why won't you back up? Back away. I don't have a fucking chance. Yeah, that's right, nigga. Back. Yeah, you felt that. The sad part is I know that's my blood on the fucking mat. I don't like it. I blame the fucking Jehovah's Witnesses sitting outside my fucking door talking for no fucking reason. Fuck hit play.
Around the time of the Shadman controversy, and because of some drama between Mutaha and someone called Shadlogic. It's a complicated story.
Nux Taku got his entire career temporarily destroyed, which he bounced back from because he's one of the goats. God bless you, Nux.
Yes, the post-Nux Clarity incident.
So this video that was uploaded with, again, Nux Taku as Jeffrey Epstein, and me as, I assume, Delane Maxwell over here.
Since then, Nux Taku has re-established himself as one of many populistic right-wing commentators, such as Tectone himself, who tried to orbit Asmongold.
It's really like, I mean, this part right here, right? And then there's this, and there's a little bit of that, too.
I was apparently recently hired as Asmongold's thumbnail editor.
Why wasn't Asmongold nominated at the Streamer Awards? And it's me holding up a fucking thing of I'm white, you're black, and I'm pointing a gun at somebody? Damn, bro, like, that's what it was. This is a top tier thumbnail? I think it is. Honestly, like, we should have just used this one. Oh my God. Hired this guy? Yeah. This is great. Thumbnail editor? This is great. Yeah, why not?
My response was not the most charismatic one. He never actually intended to hire me. That was merely a stunt he did for his livestream. Even his recent defending of Tectone, it was probably for the best. As a Forbes magazine featured commentator, I can't be associating with people like this. However, this video isn't about Asmongold or Tectone. It's about the rumors circulating Nux Taku.
The amount of misinformation put out on this guy is insane. I mean, dude, I get told that Nux is a pedophile daily. And I'm like, brother, what the fuck are you talking about? Nux has always been good to me, and I'm a guy who's always going to have the back of my friends. However,
that doesn't really mean anything. Just because somebody's good to you doesn't necessarily stop or defeat the purpose of them being a potential evil fuck.
I will also be the first guy to hold my friends accountable.
We'll see about that. But why would anyone say that Nux Taku is after children? I have my own criticisms of the guy, but he's a very religious man.
We got to stand up and fight for God. We were living in a world of like unbelievable hedonism that just kept ramping up higher and higher and higher, you know? Higher and higher, more and more hedonism and secularism, and it completely took over. And this is a
guy who jerks off to cartoon girls. And we talking about hedonism? We talking about the evils of the fucking world? You out of your mind. You out of your fucking framework.
Believable conversation that's being had right now.
He speaks out against hedonism and degeneracy.
It's not surprising that people that are based purely on hedonism, that they think you can fuck everything that moves, they think that sex should be publicized and taught to little babies and children, teaching them to change their genders and shit like that.
He's against sex being taught to young children and little babies. He hasn't always been open about his religious beliefs, but he has a long history of criticizing the Twitch platform for making adult content available to minors.
Twitch can't decide whether they want to be a 13+ gaming website or an 18+ porn website. Twitch wants to rake in all that advertiser butts for being a 13+ gaming website. They want to be on every single freaking smart television in America because that's why they get so many of their little young impressionable viewers. They are trying to be a a 13+ gaming website as well as a porn site at the same exact fucking time. Just recently, you had the implied nudity meta on Twitch, where they allowed artistic nudity, which is, again, still mind-blowing to me that they even thought this was a good idea on a 13+ gaming website, by the way.
Making adult content available to children is totally inappropriate, and Nux Taku has known this for a while.
Hentai ain't for kids under 18, let alone under 13.
Some insist that it is solely the parents' responsibility to stop their children from seeing that stuff. End of story. I think that's a very dumb perspective, so I'm going to back up Nux Taku on this one. Parents do have the primary responsibility to protect their children, but that responsibility isn't on them alone. If you're publishing content on a 13+ website, the creators, the parents, and the platform have a shared responsibility to protect the children using that site from being exposed to harmful content. In the case of Twitch, the creators are knowingly streaming inappropriate content, and Twitch isn't cracking down on it. As Nux Taku clearly understands, it is supposed to be a 13+ platform. If you're allowing or uploading adult content onto that platform, you're clearly doing something wrong, and should be held responsible if kids come across that content. Parents can easily block actual adult websites, and some even teach you how to do it. But when adult content is hidden on a 13+ website, the parents might not even suspect it to be there. Take, for example, Nutaha's font.
Here's the wildest thing about her, okay? So she has every parental filter. If you walk into her house, it's like North Korea. However, she hasn't done anything for YouTube. She hasn't looked at parental controls. So in her mind, she's like, I'm a good parent. I'm making sure they don't watch porn. And then their kids are watching like Andrew Tate and shit. So she's blocked this one possibly dangerous avenue of like, psych infiltrating shit, but she hasn't locked the other one out.
Instead of telling his own to set up parental controls on YouTube, Nutaha decided to shit talk at parenting on his massive podcast. Very normal behavior. So when adult content is on an adult website, it's easily blocked. When it's on Twitch or YouTube, it can go unnoticed and in the worst cases, subvert those parental controls. That's why it's important for creators on these platforms to keep in mind that their content is going to be available to and be seen by children. As an example,
that's one thing that motherfuckers will never truly understand. Like, as much as you try to fucking stop, yeah, bitch, we gonna flex together. As much as you want to try to stop your child from seeing this, and I'm going to be able to stop my child from seeing everything, eventually that little bastard is going to be able to see everything. Eventually he or she, because your fucking daughter playing My Sims is going to be the nastiest fucking sex slave known to fucking man. Your fucking children are going to experience the world, so why not have the fucking backbone necessary in order to fucking teach them instead of trying to shield them from it? Because the more you shield them from it, there's going to come a day when they actually experience it and they're not going to know what the fuck to do. So please remain responsible in making sure that your child doesn't see X, Y, and fucking Z all the fucking time. But just be ready to fucking teach them the world.
Or you shouldn't have a hentai reviewer on your podcast and then shout them out by pitching their content as a method to circumvent parental controls.
Ladies and gentlemen, please check out our friend Hartweigen, friend of the show, absolutely amazing creator. If you're into hentai and you got parental filters all over your web browser, this is a channel for you because YouTube is not blocked by parental filters. So wink wink on that one.
Before you run off calling Nutaha some early porn introduction mogul, this is just a single irresponsible one-off comment from years ago. It was a dumb thing to say, but there is no broad pattern of Nutaha engaging in this behavior. To return to Nux's critique of Twitch, another problem with adult content being on a 13+ website is its potential to funnel children to adult websites and services.
Every single freaking ASMR streamer on Twitch is linking their OnlyFans because ultimately Twitch is a massive funnel to that stuff, and Twitch knows that. Most of Twitch these days is a literal funnel to OnlyFans. Remember, this is a 13+.
Well, I don't never understand. How do motherfuckers say that Twitch is the funnel to OnlyFans when Twitter is still the most primary fucking site, along with Instagram, to fucking get your child to see the BBL demons? Like, when you think about it, how the fuck do you come upon porn? You come upon porn by being on social media in general. And when you fucking see it, it's everywhere. There's an ability to see porn everywhere. Not just not just on Twitch, not just on YouTube. You could, motherfucker, get your shit rocked, nigga. You could see porn everywhere. It's all around. Unless you turn the fucking phone off, and then you're just gonna be attracted by any random woman you see, or man, because you whores are funny. He just bobbed and weaved so much of he's bobbing and weaving so much of my shit. Master class bobbing and weaving, good sir. Master fucking class bobbing and weaving, good sir. But I would like to point out, this is the end. Oh no. He's still alive. He's still alive.
Gaming website where 90% of just chatting streams are boobs, funneling people to the OnlyFans of the streamers. Doesn't sound like there's any discoverability on OnlyFans. And the recommended page and every thumbnail on the just chatting category would be banned on YouTube. Bro, if you see what's going on your website, bro, this shit would be banned on YouTube immediately.
I'm not too sure about that last bit, but if a creator's content is directing children to adult websites, making it more available and accessible to them, they are more likely to not only seek out that content, but also far more extreme content than they otherwise would have. Nux Taku, on the other hand, has been criticizing Twitch for allowing this content since the creation of the Vtubers category.
The new Twitch meta, ladies and gentlemen, she doesn't need to see if learner browser history if you look up PONR. Her stream is PONR. Bruh.
It's just so noisy.
Bruh, it's unbelievable that this content is allowed.
In February 2021, he released a whole song about it.
And the sick part is, like, when you sit here and try to play the, oh my god, this platform is so dirty and disgusting, do I need to remind y'all, not only that Twitter had to be sued to remove child porn, but on top of that, YouTube has a video that may or may not still be accessible for the populace, where you could learn how to shave your fucking ass. That's still there. That's still there for them in the grand scheme to show. And I'm supposed to look at that and think what? Like everything's kosher, everything's cool at YouTube Studio after that? No, I'm going to be fucking concerned about what it is I'm looking at and how it got there to begin with. I'm going for headshots. He's going for the body. It's really a test of fucking endurance at this point. It's literally nothing but a test of fucking endurance and who's just going to stand the test of fucking time until one of us goes down, and it's gonna be me.
Music video parody of Billie Eilish's
He's got me pinned against the fucking
fence. Were
fence.
female streamers in hot tubs wearing nothing, and I made a music video parody. Twitch is hentai.
Twitch is hentai. Twitch thoughts giving teens bloody no sleep.
Damn, a great message and a banger tune. There is just one big problem I have with Nux's critique here. He left out the most dangerous elements of this kind of content. Any child can see bikini ladies on the beach or at the pool, but they're not going to see bikini ladies doing erotic dances while surrounded by adult strangers who are touching themselves while chatting with them. They are also not going to receive private messages or invitations to join a private group chat where a much older person showers them with attention and makes them feel special. Creators don't just put out content, they have a community, whether it's in their comments or on other platforms. If the creator's content is explicit in nature, then so will their community. If children are allowed into these spaces, the creator is facilitating a space where adults and minors are talking about explicit matters with each other. Even if there are no predators in those spaces, if minors are allowed access, they are still being normalized to the idea that it's okay for them to be talking about these things with random adults, making them much more vulnerable. Nux Taku has actually made videos in the past catfishing predators on Discord, but his activism doesn't end there. In 2021, he tried to trick Shadman, the infamous lolicon artist, into a confrontation to grill them for drawing lollies comics. Wanna collab? Lamal, no, but your heart's in the right place. Wait, why would Shadman say that? Anyway, these statements and instances where Nux Taku actually mocked messages he received from Shadman have been misconstrued by bad faith actors to claim that Nux Taku had some connection with Shadman or a desire to work with him. I mean, look at the timeline. We're supposed to believe that 3 days after catfishing predators, Nux Taku was trying to get on Shadman's good side. It is such easily debunkable nonsense. This whole controversy was just an offshoot of the early Mr. Beast drama, when Ava Chris Tyson's fandom of Shadman was exposed. Nux Taku was among the people calling her out on it, but also for running a Discord server where NSFW content was available to minors. Despite his consistent, long-term opposition to children being exposed to adult content, and criticism of multiple creators who have blurred the line between adults and children, Nux Taku continues to be smeared as some kind of pedophile because of his old videos.
My videos were showing people weird shit that came out of Japan to get funny reactions, and I to this day do not think that they were harmful videos. I don't.
It really isn't necessary, but let's take a look at one of those examples. If we go to May of 2021, a couple months after releasing a song about Twitch, and a few months before the Shadman collab request, he released this video. It's about Nux Taku reviewing the old comics made by the author of the Nagatoro manga. It's a romantic comedy about the titular Nagatoro, a high school junior. I know a little trick for looking up the old thumbnails of videos on the Internet Archive, and the thumbnail of this video used to look like this. Nagatoro taking off her panties. This isn't the second version. This is the third version. Here is the second version. Nagatoro completely naked, and there's some kind of a chimpanzee behind her.
But she's sitting there in the forest, and all of a sudden Monkey comes out and starts.
That's a lot of monkey hands, Jesus Christ.
God damn it. And then they proceed to. Okay, anyway. She ends up having an epiphany that in order to survive, she must.
I'm sorry, like I don't maybe it's just me. I don't understand the entire concept of wanting to show your friends hentai porn. Like what rise is there to be gotten out of this? Like am I missing the overall key point and I'm just like lost here? Like this is not a bonding exercise. Motherfucker, in a video about that kid who was bullied and almost had to drink piss, motherfucker left a comment saying, "Hey, well, Leon, you must not have had friends growing up." You know what? Fair. I never had anybody be a friend to me, piss in a cup, and then try to present that to me. No. I've never in my life had somebody in that category. Sorry. The best my fucking friends did would be to say that they're gonna fuck my mom. Other than that, we're working with nothing.
Must drink fluids. So she.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No. That's why she's like, go as much as you want because
you can dish out there. Okay.
Yeah, she needs to drink it to survive. This is survival instincts. Boom. They were in fact not in the forest. She was in fact with the monkeys in a zoo in front of a whole bunch of people. Out of people? No, an audience? Is this a zoo? They saw all of it? The mating act. This is so crazy. This is the worst image in the history of.
Why would the monkey bring it up? That's so weird.
So she puts in the shock collar that she happens to be wearing.
Oh, they put her on a shock. What the fuck?
To force her to do the friendship show.
So she's a slave.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up. Then she has to dance like monkey.
Nux Taku is displaying a comic to his audience about a little girl being raped by a pack of monkeys in a zoo exhibit before a crowd of children. The censorship is at times very lacking. There's lots of fluids and even monkey cocks visible on screen. Not only did Nux Taku show that, he's displaying multiple adult websites and shows the names of all the comics, making it easy for the audience members to look them up for themselves.
And it's enticing motherfuckers to be introduced to the world that is as depraved as it is fucking disturbing. hentai. You just, all that nice fucking spiel about Twitch and these fucking titties. These titties are the fucking problem. These titties create the issues. No. These whores on Twitch, they are the unsafe motherfuckers trying to indoctrinate children into becoming sex addicts. Hey, here's a fucking book about monkey cock. You like, we gotta factor in a little bit more here, please.
Lolicon? Oh, it hurts so bad.
What? It's got 69.
There's 69,000 Lolicon manga.
69,000. No big deal, right?
This is far worse than anything I've seen on Twitch. How is this sponsored by Raycon? Wasn't Nux Taku supposed to confront Shadman for this stuff? I thought he was against hedonism and degeneracy. The video was also not age restricted, meaning that he made it visible to his own crowd of children. And the comment section had many children on it. Some of them were asking for Nux Taku to reduce the censorship, and others were asking for the source of these adult comics. When I say children, I'm not just making a blind guess. Many of these children had videos of themselves on their channel. So while Nux Taku was railing against Twitch for letting children see bikini ladies, he was uploading content like this, with thumbnails like this, to a 13+ website.
Which is, again, still mind-blowing to me that they even thought this was a good idea on a 13+ gaming website, by the way.
And nowadays he presents himself as this fighter for God and this opponent of degeneracy and hedonism. This video isn't publicly available anymore because I tweeted a link to it around the time of the post-Nux Clarity incident. It used to embed on the tweet, but now it no longer does, because within 30 minutes of me tweeting it, the video was set to private. There was no apology or explanation, only an attempt to hide evidence of one's past, which in itself became evidence of a guilty mind. I have never seen anyone post a kind of content Nux Taku did on a regular basis and not get banned. Not only hasn't he been banned, until recently, he was hanging out with massive, well-respected creators. He might be one of the most underlooked and worst cases of such a high-profile creator, profiting from exposing children to adult content, directing them to adult websites, and running their communities with a total disregard for...
I'm not reading the rest of that. Why are we learning about VTubers? Because they're an interesting set of circumstances. These motherfuckers are too ugly to be on camera, so they decide to hide themselves with these little makeshift cartoon fucking bodies in the hopes, in literally the fucking hopes of being viewed as this great thing. And it all just looks so fucking terrible. They all just look so makeshift. They look disgusting. They're disturbing. Some of them are grown men cosplaying as children. I'm getting off of this fucking map primarily because of what the circumstances are. That's why. Because I want to learn about the most depraved. Shadman wasn't a VTuber, so that doesn't count. Shadman was just a motherfucker who drew motherfuckers in those provocative manners. And they also lick armpits. These people are to be mocked and made fun of.
For child safety. Nowadays he pretends that none of this ever happened. He downplays it, lies about it, and deletes evidence of it. Let's start from the beginning. Nux Taku started out as an anime YouTuber in 2015. He grew slowly and steadily, but in late 2019, everything changed. Jeffrey Epstein died in prison. Excuse me, 2 weeks after that.
I also made a video on YouTube that has since been removed, the biggest flexes in hentai. And the degeneracy began...
The what? The what?
2 weeks after that.
I also made a video on YouTube that has since been removed, the biggest flexes...
The greatest plot in... What? This one of them, I watch porn for the plot, motherfuckers. Man, get the fuck out my face. Man, get this bullshit out my fucking face, bro. The fuck? Porn for the plot, bro. Porn for the plot, bro. For the plot, bro.
Is in hentai. And the degeneracy began from there.
In the video, Nux Taku reviews and recommends 10 hentai animations, 7 of which were categorized as lolly, meaning they contained underage characters.
Leon, thoughts on the quartering gooning to the Avatar movies, the Blue Cat people, the Blue Cat. I don't have thoughts about that, but I do have questions about forced cream pies on Reddit. I got a question about that one. I got a couple things to say about forced cream pies on Reddit. I feel like that in and of itself might be something we all gotta look into and think about. We gotta look into and think about these forced cream pies on Reddit. That was terrible to see. Like, staunch fucking conservative. Y'all don't know about this? This motherfucker did the lie. He did the lie that everybody does once people see their fucking history or search history being a lot of porn. oh, I don't know how it got there. What was going on? I don't know how it got there. And because that excuse never fucking works, because now everybody should know that it isn't random, it's your fucking algorithm. This motherfucker thought that he could get away with that, and somebody replied showing, hey, buddy, I'm sure that it was an accident. And in his fucking search bar, he has an automated result of forced cream pies. This is an actual fucking thing. Matter of fact, I feel like no one believes me. Now I gotta find it. I feel like nobody believes me. I feel like none of you believe me. I feel like none of you believe me. I feel like none of you believe me. That pussy deleted the tweet. Look, Reddit forest. Imagine going to Reddit for cream pies. Forest of the forest variety. Like, imagine that. No need to get distracted. Hey. Leon, I dare you to read this email chain. I'm not reading that. Because I feel like whatever it is akin to either a virus that you're trying to put on me or something stupid. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I just want the people who are on the Epstein list to go to jail. That's all I want. That's all I want. I want the people on the Epstein list to go to jail. That's it. I don't want anything else. I don't give a fuck about your pointless politicians. They all suck. Left, right, up, down. I want them in jail, but because they probably won't. Ooh. But yeah, this motherfucker got forced cream pies in his search history. Now, I don't know what were you talking about this jerking off to the blue animal people, avatar people. Because again, why are you admitting this? Why are you admitting this if you know the response is going to be a bunch of people who give you like the dirtiest of looks? Because he's one of these people that promotes, oh, everything's so degenerate over there and we're so pure over here. Like, he promotes this type of shit. And then for the sake of fucking with you, he has a back catalog that is not of that variety. And when you look at it and when you see it, you're just like, what the fuck, bro? And then he's got these whores on the fucking Adderall pill, Melanie and the other one. They're supposedly devout Christians and all these shit, and it never ends up working.
This bad boy, very not chill stepfather, has a very not chill relationship with stepdaughter. Again, most people would think this is weird, but hentai clearly knows better.
He was already showing a
Wait. Nux Taku is the guy that got swept forward by fucking Munar. See, I remember that. I had to be re-acknowledged that motherfuckers actually tried to defend, showing each other porn. But, and no, I haven't watched other Nick Andros videos. Sorry. I'm here learning about EPI empires.
Adult content to a 13+ audience and giving them advice on how to find adult content online.
The reason why I bring it up here is because without putting text on the screen is nearly impossible to remember. Therefore, since the plot, and it's a goddamn plot, deep thematic and philosophical undertones here, I believe anyone who wanted to search this bad boy up without said title, because I was a douche for not putting it on screen, would just simply look up time stop hentai. Far easier than... Very understandable. A lot of y'all sent me screenshots on Twitter, link to my Twitter in the description, of the top recommended searches on the hub of prawn. And lo and behold, much to my surprise, WTF fanbase, one of the top hits is time stop hentai. And it stayed like that for 3 goddamn days immediately after me uploading my biggest flex as an hentai video. Now that is the biggest flex in hentai.
At the time, these videos earned him a massive amount of attention. The first video got 500,000 views, and its many sequels were even more successful, with the whole series garnering a total of 5 million views. One of them was even sponsored by an adult game platform. Because these videos were far more TOS risky than his usual content, Nux Taku would soon delete them after uploading to avoid moderation consequences.
The greatest plots in hentai 2! Yes, this video will be deleted soon after uploading for the sake of my channel's survival, but a promise is a promise, so yippee, here we go! 50,000 likes and the greatest plots in hentai 3 will be out eventually.
In reality, he didn't actually delete them. He set them to private, and at a later date, he set them to unlisted, meaning that anyone with a link could see them. I actually managed to find these videos quite some time ago. I archived them, and Nux Taku can tell you the rest. Only one of them remains unlisted. Go check it out. If it has gone private, it confirms that Nux Taku knows about this video. After the success of this hentai video series, it soon became the core focus of Nux's content for years to come. By December 2019, he reached 1 million subscribers. In 2020, he was collaborating with some of the biggest creators on the platform, and filming their reactions to adult animations or comics, often involving characters of a questionable age.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. What? Like, I get it. Y'all said shock value. But grown-ass adults are being shown drawn child porn and are just like, oh my God. Wow, whoa. Wow, whoa. Like, I'm sorry. The reaction needs to be a little bit more, bro, don't show me this shit no more. Like, that's just me. If I'm in that scenario, let's say Chris tries to show me some child porn. I'm like, bro, don't ever speak to me the fuck again.
There's an asshole door, so it's a woman with her ass out, and this one's like an anal key. And Ash Ketchum is well, at least the young Ash Ketchum seems to be approaching it, and he uses what's called the fist dash, it seems, to gain entry.
Oh, wow.
Is this made for you?
Yeah, I think it's gotten it. So now he sprayed her with the spray of doom.
Oh no, she's quivering. Oh my God, what? I didn't experience that, no.
Even his size as a creator, Moist Critical actually appeared in Nux Taku's videos surprisingly frequently. He used to be a part of something Nux Taku called the Hentai Gang, and they would react to various hentai clips together.
We need to kill him. We need to get him out of here. He's unstable. How do you deal with him? We freeze him and break him.
Like, the hentai what? What? This is what we doing? We're porn? Are we just calling ourselves the porn brigade? Like, do we think before we do this shit? Did we think about any of this shit before we did it? No? All right. Okay. Fine, I guess.
Oh God, this is good stuff. We got full color, snuff, duro, torture, amputee. All the wholesome tank.
Sounds good, let me see that shit.
Nux Taku also deployed a very aggressive clickbait strategy. Showing some bikini ladies wasn't enough.
People that sweep for drawn CP by trying to claim that it's not real don't understand that the intent of why something is made and spread. Hey, where were you about 20 minutes ago when this fucking VTuber was just like, yeah, you all can't do nothing about it. It's lolly. It's like, well, that's why they don't really need these spaces for the likes of you people. It's because you're dirty and disgusting.
Crop hentai, bestiality, and lolly. Despite having displayed this content in his videos and thumbnails for years, Nux Taku has consistently denied being into it, but he also claims he doesn't believe enjoying it makes you a pedophile.
There are 3 levels here, okay? There's lollies, which I have absolutely nothing against. I don't think anyone has anything against lollies, okay? Like Chibidoki, or Megumin from Konosuba, or Gura. Nothing has anything against lollies. It's lolly that's the gray zone.
Nux Taku would begin to signal anti-lolicon sentiments in 2022, causing drama between him and Rev Desu.
They couldn't believe the guy who has used lolly-related content in his thumbnails, videos, and the same guy who's openly befriended lolicons, followed and praised lolicons on Twitter, could be making such a statement under glaring hypocrisy.
I don't like Rev, but they are making a sound point.
Have you seen your thumbnail? This thumbnail, lolly likers are pedos. This is in quotes, like it's something I actually said.
It's a pretty reasonable inference of your position based on the content of your tweet.
I did not say this. I didn't even say this a little. Not even a little. And this dude's like, oh, dude, we're gonna make this thumbnail. So, dude, when it comes to thumbnails, you can be quiet.
Instead of engaging, Nux Taku acts incredulous that how could someone possibly be saying this?
Then he goes on this whole rant. He's like, dude, you should have your legs broken in because you like lollies. See, you have Gura in the thumbnail. Like, dude, what is going on? What is going on? So, constantly taking me out of context, constantly making me look like a hypocrite for things that I've never been a hypocrite about.
Nux's response to Rev was set to private around the time of the post-Nux Clarity incident. Despite his history, in early 2024...
So wait. You are somebody who's dressed... You don't stand for shit. You're one of these dickheads that will sit there and pretend like you got it all figured out. You got it all figured out. You got every piece of understanding mapped out to a T, but then when you get chewed the fuck out for it, you'll just run and hide and delete it. Oh, you're a pussy. You're a pussy who jerks off the little kid pussy. Like, I shouldn't have said that. Disturbing.
Nux Taku had no problem calling Vosh a pedophile for flashing his lolly horse folder on stream for a couple seconds. Meanwhile, he had his own horse folder on his public YouTube channel. He also forgot to censor the contents of Vosh's folder in his coverage. Old habits die hard, I guess.
I am the one that gets canceled daily for being a gooner on Twitter, by the way, and I have never saved a porn image.
One of the more shocking images in Vosh's folder depicted a lolicon VTuber that Nux had reacted to.
16 is high school. No! Wait, high schoolers aren't lollies. I agree. Lollies are 1,000-year-old cum vampires. I agree. Yeah, great intro. Everyone, hey everyone, meet Natsuito Matsuri, extremely wholesome VTuber. Also, she likes talking about lollies. Nothing weird here at all. Oh god, this rabbit hole goes deep.
She just said she's into 10 to 12-year-olds, and Nux does not push back in any serious manner. He then proceeds to react to her content for 20 more minutes.
That was a great video, damn!
Nux clearly had no problem with lolly content, and he was happy to pander to lolicons for years. To return to Nux Taku's thumbnails, I've seen comments under some videos mention him changing them, but that early version has not been captured on the Wayback Machine. In the case of this thumbnail, there are low-resolution captures of the early versions, which...
We need to kill him. We need to get him out of here. He's unstable.
Like, when we think about certain things, in the past, I've had a thumbnail showing Trisha Paytas's asshole. I have. And I had to change that. And it's like, when you truly think, should you really think hard or should you think fucking hard? I think you should think hard. Because thinking hard is thinking wise.
Which depicts a woman indulging in self-exploration, censored only by this incrementally growing emoji. Whenever these old thumbnails arouse controversy, Nux Taku goes to quietly censor them. He was clearly maximizing the amount of adult content he could show without getting in trouble with YouTube, and he would use various tricks to dodge demonetizations and age restrictions.
The word Shota is blacklisted on YouTube big time. When I made my video talking about the Shota thing, Shota trending on Twitter, I spelled it with a U, and it gets past the censors. I took out the U, instantly demonetized. Added in the U, turns green again. Dude, I'm telling you, YouTube is run by idiots. Evil idiots, but idiots nonetheless.
Wait, so YouTube is run by idiots, yet you figured out a way to game the system so that you could make a profit off of distributing porn to an audience of teenagers and children. Okay.
He would use special characters in titles and euphemistically refer to adult content as being cultured or wholesome. If a parent saw a title like, I showed cultured clips to normie YouTubers in their child's browser history, it would hardly stand out as a hentai reaction video. Many of these videos originally had far more explicit titles, but Nux Taku has gone back to censor them later. There are also many videos that are no longer available. Nux Taku wasn't only exposing his audience to adult content, he was directing them to it. Leaving the titles of these adult animations visible on screen was not an oversight or an accident.
I love how people ask me for the sauce. I have the title in the screen, people. That's why I don't make them full screen, so you can always find the sauce.
The source, or the source, being the origin of the adult content. Whenever he showed porn in his videos or thumbnails, the comments were full of requests for the source. Some would name the artist or name the individual work. Others would even post direct links, most of which have been automatically deleted. Some of them still remain, linking to an image tagged with lolly and imminent rape, because Nux Taku used it in his thumbnail.
I need an adult. I'm unwell. I'm unwell, like hearing and seeing the shit, primarily because your entire gimmick was, hey, I'm gonna show you porn, but it's drawn children, but it's not real, so what does it matter? Bro, fuck out my face. This shit is odd.
Taku would sometimes pin these source posts, encouraging these ecosystems of porn sharing in his comments. He's actually acknowledged this phenomenon in his videos.
Half my comment section in the previous episode of the Hentai Gang was all about, where can I find this door one?
Alright, so...
It really isn't hard to find.
Okay, Charlie.
Yeah, it's super easy to find if you just type in, like...
Very cool, Charlie.
It comes up almost immediately, because I didn't remember the name during the episode. That's all I typed in and found it almost instantly.
Thanks for the instructions on how to find that hentai comic online. As you can see, talking about, exhibiting, and directing people to adult media was a core part of Nux's content, and the community around it. Now, YouTube is again a 13+ website, just like Twitch. So, Nux Taku was making this content available to minors. But did it appeal to them? You've seen enough of his presentation to know that his audience was hardly above the age of 18. If you're putting on this kind of PewDiePie voice, you're not looking for an adult audience. Given his previous focus on anime, Nux Taku's audience would already trend towards being pretty young, but it wasn't young enough. He would imitate the thumbnail style of channels like Game Theory, which is very popular with children, and make lots of other content trying to attract MatPat's attention. He eventually succeeded and collaborated with not just MatPat, but also PewDiePie and Markiplier. Except he didn't. These are just misleading clickbait thumbnails. However, if you were a fan of one of these massive channels with very young audiences, and you were tricked into clicking on one of these videos, your recommendations would fill up with stuff like this. This combo of factors that would drive this content to a young audience would not be complete without Nux Taku's favorite rule, that being Rule 34.
And if you're not familiar with the term Rule 34, it's a term and website talking about how if anything exists, they're in support of it.
Nux Taku being...
It's Rule 34 for any and everything, and that's like the saddest part of living on this fucking rock, is that the most wholesome fucking thing, Rule 34. It could be as innocent as a fucking flower, Rule 34. It could be a cicada casually gliding on the fucking summer day, Rule 34. A fucking cartoon baby, Rule 34. Fucking motherfucker proudly stated how he I'm calling that fucker a he jerks it to Anya, which is an adopted fucking child in a video game. Not a video game, a show.
Being obsessed with it is a meme by itself. He was making videos about Pokemon, anime, and other children's IPs while using Rule 34 of them as clickbait, or as the subject of the entire video. The most popular video on his second channel was a reaction to a viral Animal Crossing adult animation with very minimal censorship. There are small blurs around the genital areas, but you could still make out what's
ruined the other. Oh my god. Kamala Harris wrote it. The sickest part is, like, it's all possible.
What's going on? one implication. And what's funny about it? When this animation came out, it became a viral meme, and a bunch of kids on TikTok were, as Nux Taku says, doing the things or doing the dance. In other words, publishing media of themselves for anyone in the world to see, in which they are replicating moves from an adult animation they had been exposed to. Very understandably, some people consider this to be a risk to those children's safety.
This is currently the most concerning trend on TikTok.
Is it really the most concerning trend on TikTok? There's literally a trend right now called devious licks, where people break into schools or are in schools and steal stuff like hand sanitizer and fire alarms and toilet seats. They just rip them off the toilets. That is a trend on TikTok right now.
Hey, I mean, all of it's a problem. Breaking into schools and stealing shit, yeah, that's theft. Being inspired to do a dance from Rule 34 porn, yeah, that's kind of odd too.
Now, no, this is the most disturbing trend on TikTok. All right, dude.
What's worse, children being at risk of being exploited or children stealing toilet seats?
More and more TikTokers have started to recreate that dance, and it's got people concerned. Basically, a lot of people are afraid that the dance is going to get really popular, and kids are going to start coming on the app and doing it and get targeted by predators.
No one's afraid of that. All right, maybe I'm not around TikTok enough, and I don't understand.
You absolutely should be afraid of that type of fucking scenario. You absolutely 100% should be afraid, because what does it say about a child being subjected to just scrolling online and seeing a motherfucker do a dance, and maybe their curiosity peaks and saying, where did that dance originate from? Porn. And it is all in your face. Then now you got a child learning about the ins and outs of cartoon porn at the earliest of ages. But honestly, nothing will be as bad as being an 8-year-old eating chocolate pudding and watching Two Girls, One Cup.
Ecosystem, but I don't think that people are afraid of kids being targeted by predators because they're doing a dance. Okay, kids are targeted by predators on TikTok for freaking breathing crooked. I don't think this dance is gonna push anyone over the edge, but that's just me.
A child that is publicly self-reporting as having been exposed to adult content is absolutely more likely to be targeted. It means that their internet access is unrestricted and likely unsupervised. They're an easy target.
So if you happen to see any kids on your For You page doing this dance, please nicely encourage them to stop.
Nicely encourage them to stop is just sending hate mobs in nicer words.
This guy could be a total grifter in his own right, but nothing about what he's saying here should be controversial. It's basic, common sense, internet child safety. But Nux Taku takes it as some existential threat, which makes sense when you think about what he's doing for 2 seconds. He's regularly uploading content sexualizing children's cartoon characters onto a 13+ platform. Characters designed to appeal to children and more likely to be recommended to children. If you look at this video's comments, you see dozens of children explicitly reporting their ages, many of them being under 13. These are not adults pretending to be children as a joke. I've seen what's on their channels. They are uploading videos of themselves onto their channels and then leaving public comments under Nux Taku's videos for anyone in the world to see. There are thousands of comments like this scattered all over Nux Taku's backlog. Some new, some old, but many of them are from children who are still minors. Nux Taku obviously doesn't directly control who watches his videos or what they upload onto their channels, but he was choosing to upload this content onto a 13+ platform where it was available to children. If you make content about sex and porn available to children, you're going to receive comments about sex and porn from children. If you look at the audience retention graph, you can see that barely anyone is watching this video for Nux Taku's commentary. All of the attention is hyper-focused on the segment where the adult animation is shown. Who do you think is watching it over and over again? Any adult would just go and watch the uncensored animation elsewhere. However, to the children who cannot access adult websites, this is the most easily available and the least censored version of the animation that they can find. Here is a comment from a child saying that they can't access the uncensored animation because of parental controls. This child's parents did not want them to be exposed to this kind of media, but Nux Taku's content enabled it to happen anyway. Nux Taku knows that YouTube doesn't want that content on its platform, and he was actively reverse engineering the site's moderation in order to continue uploading this content without getting age restricted. He was so successful at it that even if you enabled restricted mode and the parental control filters, videos like this would still be visible on his channel. With the same video, where Nux Taku was shitting on this guy for caring too much about child safety, he was contributing to and profiting from all of the issues that the guy was raising awareness of.
All right, Mr. Noah, I don't know you, and you seem like a decent man. John 3:16, my man. He's a man of the people. This dude, this absolute legend. I didn't even notice that before. Don't quote Bible verses in your bio, dude. What? John 3:16.
Oh yeah, listen. Having the Bible in your fucking bio is the equivalent to having pronouns in your bio in 2026. But which would you rather? Just being a regular motherfucker with a Bible verse in their bio, or a motherfucker promoting porn to children? Sign me up for the Bible verse ASAP.
For God so loved the world that he gave his own forgotten son, that whoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. All right, gamers. Yeah, all right. If I see that in the bio, I'm gonna... All right, dude.
Fighting for God was not the moneymaker for Nux Taku at the time. The real moneymaker was running Rule 34 tournaments and networking with massive creators.
What I did today is I gathered 8 YouTubers, put them in a tournament bracket format, and had them battle it out, where they each select different fictional characters, and based on the amount of entries they have on Rule 34, they are stronger choices.
Not only are these videos just flagrant celebrations of degeneracy and hedonism.
You know what makes me really uncomfortable with this? Is the fact that we know that Nux is making this video while having a massive erection.
Yes! I mean, no.
They are entirely based around the promotion of an explicit adult website full of adult content of children's characters. The website appreciated the attention and promoted Nux Taku's videos in exchange.
My last video that I used Rule 34, they actually posted my video on the homepage of the website, so...
Listen, listen, as a content creator, there are moments when you could be excited about being promoted. There are moments where you could be thrilled about the concept of people seeing your shit and enjoying it and laughing and ha-ha-haing. You're promoting porn and being promoted by the porn websites. What how do you, there's no way you could consider that like a good thing. Like, there's no way you look at that and think, perfect. This is exactly what I want. This is exactly how I want to be. Because no matter how much you try to change your ways into like this, I guess, red pill, I'm so devout and all this extra shit. Bro, you're a freak. You a freak, and when you got called for being a fucking freak, you tried to change your ways as if people was gonna forget. No.
In their honor, you know.
If you want to do these competitions with your adult friends, that's totally fine. What isn't fine is uploading these competitions onto a 13+ platform in which you're promoting an adult website full of thousands of images sexualizing children's cartoon characters. Because of its animated nature, hentai is already much less intimidating to children than photographic adult content. If you're also using characters that are designed to appeal to children, are already familiar to children, and are attached to brands that the algorithm will push to children, you are basically maximizing the potential of your content to introduce children to adult media at even younger ages. I have already shown that this was undeniably a function of Nux's content, but I can't say that it was his intent. However, I can demonstrate that it was absolutely undeniable that Nux Taku knew that children were watching his content. The descriptions of his videos used to explicitly label them as PG-13. This disclaimer can even be found on the Monkey Comic video. That is an explicit admission that Nux Taku was fine with 13-year-olds seeing this stuff, but we can do better. Months before the Monkey Comic video and the Animal Crossing video, Nux Taku saw one of his child fans with his own eyes. On October 31st of 2020, he requested his audience to email him the most cursed NSFW videos or memes for a chance to win $1,000.
What? Hey everybody, send me porn. I'll pay you for it. What? What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? This how motherfuckers do videos, bro? You gotta sit there and just like, fuck it, bro. This little girl in this cheerleading outfit. Like, what? Oh my God, I just got another. Oh, this little boy. Oh no, I can't jerk off little boys. That's gay. What's up? I remember Nux from his anime days. Oh boy, howdy. Is that not what we're in for now?
No limit on how horrible it is. Despite requesting NSFW content, the announcement does not list a minimum age, so Nux Taku was giving a financial incentive to minors to find the worst NSFW content they could.
Is Nux black? I know this is probably the worst time to ask that fucking question, but it's important for us to know. Is he black? You could say he doesn't sound black, but you know, you'd be surprised. Nux is Jewish. Close enough. What the fuck? Hey, what the fuck? Also, I appreciate the bits, but what the fuck?
After a day, he'd already received thousands of submissions. He would review these submissions a month later in a video with Oompaville and Iramouse.
I've never even pondered the thought that we could have lolly and Guro and bondage all in one thing. That's amazing.
Oh my God.
Among those submissions was a video that one of Nux Taku's child fans had recorded of themselves.
Oh! You have a real child and you're showing this to other people. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Did you ever possibly think to yourself at any given point in time that, because me, I have to think about myself in these scenarios. Would I gather a group of people to watch something? Yes. You know, I would invite motherfuckers to movies and all that shit. Would I gather a group of people to watch porn? No. Would I gather people in a room to watch children distribute porn to me? No. I feel like all of this needs to be discussed in perfect form.
What? Bro.
I don't even know what that was.
Some kid just sent you a video of them shitting and then shooting a dog with a Nerf gun.
It would be really fun.
Excuse me? Shitting or shooting a dog? Excuse me? We got kids sending videos of themselves shooting or shitting dogs?
Not to provide the full context.
Oh, what?
Bro. If you're scared of getting sued, this ain't the move.
Some kid just sent you a video of them shitting and then shooting a dog with a Nerf gun.
Wait, what the fuck?
But I'll do so anyway. It's not CSAM. It's some little boy farting into their phone camera. Then they shoot at their dog with a Nerf gun. There's no nudity, and you can't even see their face. However, they are clearly a child, and based on the size of their hand, a very young one at that. There's also no sign of Nux Taku getting parental consent to publish this video. So he's published a video of someone's child without consent and mixed it in with a bunch of reactions to Lolly Bondage Bureau comics.
Oh my god.
This competition was not a one-time thing. It was a whole series, and the total number of emails they received in the end was around 10,000. Whether he intends it or not, by showing this video, Nux Taku is signaling to the children in his audience that they are welcome to participate. In the rest of the series, Nux Taku shows lots of adult websites and links to them fully uncensored. Not only that, there are many instances in these videos where Nux Taku fails to hide the names of the people sending these emails. So he has solicited children to send him porn, and now he's doxing them to his audience. But that's besides the point here. Nux Taku absolutely knew that children were not only watching, but engaging with his content and his community. Did that cause him to reconsider his content decisions? No. A couple months later, he released a Twitch song, then the Monkey Comic video, and then the Animal Crossing video. Not only did he not change, he began criticizing Twitch for exposing minors to adult content, despite exposing minors to far worse things. So there's a rough outline of the mass child mind poisoning machine that Nux Taku operated, and made a ton of money from. We have already seen some of the community interactions in the comments of his videos, but that's only scratching the surface. Let's go back to 2019.
So the announcement portion of this video is as follows. My favorite of PewDiePie's videos are his Luai videos, where he gets to see how his community memes around his own content. I personally love that style video, how the community itself can come together, because it's not just the YouTuber or the YouTuber's content that's enjoyable, but it's the idea of this little community forming. So
you thought, hey, PewDiePie does this thing that's completely community based. You want people to send you porn. I don't want to be here anymore.
I am creating a Nux Taku subreddit, which will not be called Nux Taku because someone already made r/.
In another effort to imitate PewDiePie, in 2019, Nux Taku founded his own subreddit, r/Nux Taku submissions. Nowadays, it's a hentai dumping ground, but back then, it was full of memes about anime and children's cartoons.
Hey, stop touching weird places. Don't worry about it. It's flat anyway. Destruction 100. Ho ho ho. Huge roast there. That's like the ultimate hentai logic as well.
But this is Nux Taku we're talking about. So there were also posts about hentai. For several years, the Reddit had no moderation other than Nux Taku. And on one occasion in 2020, the Reddit was spammed full of hentai.
There were thousands, nay, tens of thousands of posts of Sakura hentai.
The Reddit.
And at that point, I would just delete the fucking thing. If I was trying to have like a community-based thing, and if for a split moment I am distracted and I leave it unattended and I come back to porn, nuke the whole fucking thing. And then the second one of you birds is like, why did it get deleted? It's because you fucks can't be decent when you're unsupervised.
That was also not marked as 18+, and there was no minimum age listed in the rules.
Forgive me, Lord, but I did it. Please forgive me. Stop sending Gentai. Why? I already lost. No, not November. Half of my class saw Aqua's butthole on my screen. To be fair, mad respect for sending Aqua's butthole. And your class should be thankful.
The OP of this post was 12 years old.
To be fair, mad respect for sending Aqua's butthole. And your class should be thankful.
They are literally talking about a class in that post. There is no reason not to assume they might be a minor. And had Nux Taku checked their profile when the screenshot was taken, he would have seen this comment. This child was not a one-time poster. Between October 2019 and August 2020, they made 160 posts.
You got a 12-year-old just in a hentai subreddit. You got a fucking 12-year-old in a hentai subreddit. Nux, you are exactly what you complain Twitch whores to be. You are exactly 100% the Twitch whore you feared. You are not a stable fucking adult. You are not a stable fucking member of society. You're a fucking degenerate. And worse than that, you belong in jail. You openly housed a community of fucks to send shit where children are present. How the fuck did anybody dedicate time to even defending him when he had his whole spiel with being outed the fucking third time? Because when I see this and when I take this information in, and then I realize that this motherfucker was being defended by Mudahar, it just was like, bro, do you not take a moment to recognize the possible outcome of you being surrounded by fucking losers?
Post to the Reddit. Many of them appear in Nux Taku's videos, sometimes back to back. So Nux Taku was profiting from their presence on the Reddit, and the attention he gave to their posts will encourage them to continue engaging with his community. Some of their posts on the Reddit mention depression, some include hentai, and sometimes they would be sharing and requesting the source. In one of their earliest posts, they mentioned having gotten into weird kinky shit. In the comments of that post, they shared a story about having been molested. Quick reminder, Nux Taku made money from allowing this person to be present in his community. They had multiple very highly upvoted posts that made it into Nux's videos, and he would sometimes show multiple of them back to back in the same video. The only reason I'm comfortable drawing attention to this user is because the account has been abandoned for years. As far as I know, it was never banned. After going through through all of their comments and posts, I was unable to find any connections to other social medias, so they should be anonymous. This was also not the only child present in the community. By doing a couple searches, you can find many others openly stating their age. Content creators exploiting the volunteer labor of their audience for content is nothing new, but those spaces have teams of moderators to keep the content age appropriate. When you have a community that includes minors, you would ideally be proactive and lean on the side of caution, as we can—
I ain't gonna lie to you. A minor watching me, like let's say a 13-year-old, you will have no access to anything in regards to my personal. It just won't happen. This is the early years of YouTube content? No, it is not. That is a blatant lie. And I'm so sick of this gay ass fucking excuse. You motherfucker. I mean, technically, I am bringing in you because, you know, you fucking brought it up. I'm sick of this bitch ass fucking excuse. Oh my God, 2016 back then was so wild. I'm sorry. Porn in the presence of a child, I don't give a fuck what year it is, not good. You understand? I don't give a fuck about your wild and Eddie, oh so cool time. It was just back then. That don't make it okay. That don't even make it a good excuse. Arguably, that means it was so bad back then, it must be cleaned up. And this is not the early, what year do you motherfuckers think YouTube started? YouTube started when a motherfucker was 5 years old. I'm 26. This is not the early stages of YouTube. This might be the early stages of Nux Taku's fucking time as a YouTuber. I show you early, and I mean early. YouTube is night and day. It's the most grainy phone footage you could fucking imagine. Case in point, Smosh. Go to Smosh's oldest videos. That's the beginning of YouTube. Oh, but this is all in the beginning. This was not the beginning of YouTube. This is like 2014, 15, 16. No, nowhere near. Nowhere fucking near.
You can see from this announcement on Nux Taku's Discord from January 2022. Moderation-wise, the Reddit was totally unattended for years. It doesn't matter whether Nux Taku knew that dozens of minors were openly posting, sharing, and talking about adult content on his Reddit with adult strangers. As the head of that community, he bears ultimate responsibility for what he allows to happen in it. It was his responsibility to establish rules against this behavior and to enforce them. Even the most basic, common-sense rule for an NSFW community was too much to ask. On December 30th of 2021, Nux Taku would launch his Discord server.
That's right, I opened a public Discord.
I'm saying this primarily because I know Skelly's in the room, and Skelly's going to be very upset with what I'm about to say, but it needs to be said. Nothing goes good in a Discord server. Nothing goes good in a Discord server. I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't care how cool and trendy it is to be with your friends and be in a group. Nothing goes good in a Discord server. You fucking commentary YouTubers and all your fucking Discord servers, these fucking things always end up getting broken down and fucking banned and split the fuck up because motherfuckers are jerking it in there.
Or server. I swore to myself I would never do it because the degeneracy would be too much, and the degeneracy is already too much. So join that Discord server. It's a public server. It's open. 16 or older though, please.
I am happy that he has a minimum age rule.
16? You know what? It's this shit right here. It's this shit, Skelly. That's the reason why you motherfuckers now probably gotta fucking put your ID on Discord. This motherfucker.
This time, but setting it to 16 is a massive self-report that he is aware that a large chunk of his audience is underage. It's also highly questionable given his decision to launch the server with a set of NSFW channels, including an NSFW voice channel. To be honest, I was surprised that there were NSFW channels when the server rules said 16 and up, because NSFW is supposed to be 18 and up. I mean, if you already watch Nux, fair. To be clear, those channels were supposed to be only for adults. But given the state of Discord's age verification, setting a channel into NSFW mode doesn't really do anything to stop minors from accessing it. All they have to do is lie about their age to Discord. The channels were fortunately removed 6 days after the server was open to the public. The announcement of their removal does mention issues like minors sneaking in by lying about their age. However, the main reason was that having NSFW channels disqualified the server from Discord partnership. Some users protested. Nux's content already involved a lot of NSFW media, so why not allow people to post it in his community? A staff member responded that the age group of the Billies, that being the name of Nux Taku's fandom, wasn't appropriate for it. So even Nux Taku's Discord staff members knew that a large chunk of his audience were minors. The decision to have NSFW channels on the server was already questionable in the first place, but it becomes even more questionable when you remember that Nux Taku made that predator catfishing video months earlier.
I'm a MILF who likes other MILFs and old men. You're a non-binary. Who knows what you truly are? Who knows what you could be in the realm of degeneracy? Who knows?
Make this sort of educational.
As a content creator, you have the responsibility to moderate and make sure that people that come into your server are 18. I'd make an even worse assumption. I'd make an even worse statement. As a content creator, don't have a Discord server. I don't give a fuck. But community. I want community. Fuck community. You motherfuckers barking your dicks at 16-year-olds in an NSFW chat. Fuck out my face. And guess what? He's right. Discord got the most laxed fucking age verification known to man. That's why they make you put your fucking ID in there. This is what happens.
Topic and bring light to an issue that's really big. There's a lot of predators on Discord, like a lot.
There's a lot of predators on Discord, like a lot.
How do you make a video raising awareness of Discord predators, but then set up a Discord server which will facilitate adult conversations between adults and minors? But hey, they deleted the NSFW channels quickly, so the problem is solved, right? Not necessarily. Nux Taku shouted out to Discord on December 28th on his Twitch, and December 30th on YouTube. His audience floods in, there's problems with minors showing up in the NSFW channels, and then they find out that having them at all would disqualify them from Discord partnership. Instead of wiping them out instantly, they announce they'll be deleted in 2 days. Why? So that people can pay their respects to a Discord goon channel? I saw a member of the council mention that the users on the NSFW channels set up their own fan NSFW server, which I have to guess the staff allowed them to promote on those channels. I can't confirm that since those channels are now gone, but I saw one user even in the general channel promoting their own NSFW server. So all of those minors who were lying about their age in the first place and accessing the NSFW channel on Nux's server would just get funneled to that fan server instead. Who was moderating it? Who knows? What age verification standards were they going to uphold, assuming the admins are not minors themselves, or even worse, adult predators? There's a lot of those on Discord apparently. I'd like to remind you at this point that Ava Chris Tyson's Discord server was private when the NSFW channels were open in 2018. It was closed when the server was open to the public in January 2019. In Tyson's case, the drama was about Lava GS, Nathan, and apparently a handful of other minors being present on the server while it was private. The initial accusations made by Prison 42 also included claims of Tyson grooming Lava GS, but no evidence for that was ever found. The Discord just had NSFW content available to minors. By those standards, Nux Taku's Reddit was already way worse, and his Discord way worse 4 years after Tyson's Discord, when there was more of a general awareness of these issues. Tyson's server apparently still had sexual chats or juvenile banter after it went public, but looking at the kinds of terms that were frequently used on Nux's Discord, there was plenty of that to go around. If NSFW content was now banned from Nux Taku's Discord, how did they handle Nux Taku's NSFW content? If the thumbnails contained NSFW content, the staff members would remove their embeds. Yarn Nux using blatantly NSFW thumbnails to stay in the Discord cache after he censors them. Some users would still post NSFW images from Nux's content or the content of his friends, and the staff, despite reacting to them, wouldn't delete them. God damn it, Nux. We're trying to keep the order. In a recent one, he used a thumbnail from an actual porn video. Ah, okay, so Nux again with the nip slip, I see. This is Pokemon branded Lolly Bestiality in January 2022. According to the Wayback Machine, this thumbnail was left like this for months.
I can't look at Pokemon the same after this. I can't. I can't. And you know, it's crazy. There were moments in my life as an adult that I said, you know what? I'm going to rewatch all of the Pokemon anime from Kanto to this motherfucker finally winning the Champion League. That's what I told myself. And you mean to tell me that when I get to Sinnoh, and when I see Bidoof, and when I see Dawn, in my fucking head, it is gonna be Bidoof.
How's my dick supposed to jump off of all of this information you just gave me, man?
Digimon's better than Pokemon. I'll do you one better for a stupid take. Bakugan is better than all of them. Beyblade is a close second. Let it rip. I can't tell you how much a motherfucker really, and I mean really, loved Beyblade. I saw a video of a motherfucker in a Beyblade tournament. Motherfucker shattered this fucker's other Beyblade. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed every fabric of that in my life.
This is on par with his idea to make Twitch streamers say the N-word. We removed the embed. Nux is pushing the limits, Lamau. What is he pushing the limits of? The thumbnail of his latest video. Then why he do it non-censored then? That's the big question. Here's a bigger question. If the age group of Nux's audience is too young for his Discord community to have NSFW channels, but most of the people on this server came from Nux's channel, why is the content of that channel too NSFW for the demographic of the Discord? Isn't this massively self-incriminating? Despite having this long history of running communities where minors were exposed to adult content, and that being the very core of his YouTube content for years, in 2024, Nux Taku wasn't only criticizing, but grandstanding over Ava Chris Tyson. He was also putting lollipality into his content before and after he was supposed to confront Shadman for drawing lollipality on September 30th of 2021. However, Nux Taku's numerous lies about his association with Shadman is something for a different video. There's also the V-Shoujo drama to cover, which lots of people think he was in the right about. That is not the case at all, but again, different video. It's a real shame because what I'm going to reveal next is likely going to kill his career. Not to imply what I presented earlier isn't already bad enough, but this is just beyond forgiveness. You see, there is another Nux Taku Discord server, even
Oh no. A Patreon. Oh no. No, no. A fucking Patron server. Oh, a Patron server. The even worse place than Discord because you have to pay. Like, imagine paying a peso or a euro for this. Like, imagine it. Imagine the sensation that you must feel in terms of shame when you do this. It's just so ass backwards.
older than his subreddit. I saw an ad for it, which made me very interested.
Yeah, when you making a Patreon, why? Why can't I just make all this shit for free? And like have you watch? Why do I have to put this behind a paywall? Why can't I just make you watch for free? Isn't it for free so great?
Intrigued.
Really help keep my channel afloat. All patrons are invited to the Discord server where we hang out having a great time. And unlike Tumblr, we have...
Like, oh my God, you just paid me $1 to join a Discord. Don't you feel like a sped?
an NSFW section.
Welcome to the Nexus, Nux Taku's Patreon Discord, founded in April of 2018. In its current state, the server is almost totally inactive, but the NSFW channel is still here. Despite having an NSFW channel, the server's rules mention nothing about a minimum age, and there is nothing about it being 18 plus on the Patreon side either. What's special about this community is Nux's level of engagement. He wasn't talking to people on his Reddit, and he kept the interactions on the public Discord to a minimum. However, on the Patreon Discord, at least in 2018-2019, he would actually talk to people, and even hang out in voice chats with them. Here we can actually see him talking with the artist behind his 2019 era character. The original high-resolution files are here as well. This one, where Nux is rubbing his hands, has the file name nux_merchant.png. Very interesting.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. This just makes me more solidified in the fact that I deleted that fucking Discord server that I ran. Because it's like I didn't, even though that there was no category for you motherfuckers to be not safe for work, I just in my head would never want to be in a scenario where I wake up, go into a server with my name attached to it, and there's hentai lolicon porn. Thank God that I am somebody who just gets bored on a fucking dime, and I'll just delete shit for fuck all reason. Like, because I'll still, on the rarest occasion, once every like 7 months, I'll get asked, "Do you have a Discord server?" No, I do not. Will you make a Discord server? No, I will not. I made one. I did make one, and at 4 o'clock in the morning on a random day, I said, you know, I don't really want this anymore, and I deleted it. And I had people asking me later, what happened to the Discord? Did you get banned? Because that was the gimmick for a lot of conservatives. They would fucking try to throw me into this trap. Did you get banned? Did the Wokey censor you? No, child. There's not one instance of your Discord servers being banned from your favorite fucking, what do you call them? Right-wingers. Nor would that be the case for me, a guy who's not a right-winger. Sorry, but, oh, little Leon doesn't fit that upper echelon. What did I miss? So much porn. Fuck all this social media shit. Now hold on. I didn't say all of that. Cause you know, I still feel bad because my old Instagram was fucking hacked and a motherfucker tried so hard to make me want to get that back and I didn't. Moral would send me like so many Instagram links and I felt bad because I couldn't see them because whenever I pressed the link, it'd be like, oh, you need an Instagram account to watch this. And I'm just like, shit. Shit. And so I made one just to fucking be able to see these things Moral sent me. And now I can't fucking, I got bored with Instagram and I was just like, fuck. Deleted that because there's nothing for me to do. Like there was nothing for me to do on Instagram. I wasn't doing anything productive. So I just fucking deleted it again. And now I literally only have, I have one, but none of you are going to find it. Where if I get sent something, I just go straight to that. And I look at it and I go, wow. It's not one for anybody to fucking see, find, or engage. It's literally just, oh, if Moral sends me something, bam, I could put that up, see it, and then go about my fucking day. Oh, hi, fucking Sly. I couldn't fucking say the first part of your name. It's too difficult. I don't fucking know, and I don't fucking know. I'm not saying you were trying to put words in my mouth. I'm just saying in general, just, fuck social media. I just use it to consume information if I need it for a video, and then that's it. I'm a right-winger, and I still agree with some, if not most, of your takes. It's because I'm not trying to bait you with pointless bibble-babble. I'm just saying what I think. That's primarily it. And Gothix has admitted it, so I could just say it freely now. Gothix deleted her Discord and lied to like all the people who are asking, saying that it got banned for something. Gothix admitted that. Then when Gothix finally admitted it, that gave me free reign to just be like, hey, just so you all know, the woman lied to you all. That woman took time out of her day to just be like, yeah, remember when I said this? Nah, that wasn't true. And when she did it, I was watching the live stream when she admitted it. The cackle that I gave out was immense. It was the cackle among cackles because what are you scared to tell your audience that you don't want to fucking see all this negative shit that they post all the time and it's draining? Fuck, if you motherfuckers piss me off, bye. What you gonna fucking do? Tell me to stay?
The NSFW channel wasn't there from the start. We can trace its creation to this exchange from October 15th, 2018, where we can see this user, who from now on will be called Red, repeatedly asking Nux to create it. If we look at the time and date of these messages, the NSFW channel was made 2 minutes later. In response to this, Red raised their Patreon pledge, and Nux gave them a thumbs up. For a brief moment, let me take you to August of 2024. Nux Taku is finally being pressed about his past content, and he was actually pushed into making a response.
The biggest shock to me to this day entering the broader commentary sphere was the dangers lurking around every corner in regards to children. Children are not safe on the internet. I only became chronically online after high school, but I couldn't imagine what it would do to me if I was in some YouTuber's Discord server at the age of 12 or 14.
You could. Oh, damn, that's crazy. Wouldn't you think that would also be the case for, I don't know, you and your Discord server? Like, wouldn't that be the fucking case? Wouldn't it?
Couldn't imagine. You don't need to. Red joined the server on September 7th. On day 1, they openly declared themselves to be 14 years old.
Are we still on this? I wonder what the title of the fucking stream is. I'm sorry that I don't have a story beat of this thing, that thing, and a third thing. I already talked about all the shit I wanted to talk about that didn't relate to this. This is the meat and potatoes of the stream, buddy. This is the meat and potatoes of this specific stream, guy. My bad, guy.
later claimed to be 15 multiple times, but as they openly stated, they were lying about their age. Red was born in 2004. They had turned 14 soon before they joined the server. The Discord was a pretty small clique, and soon enough, basically everyone on the server knew that Red was underage. Despite this, Nux Taku made the NSFW channel for them a month later, and within a year, they had posted 242 messages on the channel. There's also an instance where another user pinged Red into the NSFW channel. As far as I can tell, this behavior was not punished, so a 14-year-old paid Nux Taku money to be on his Patreon Discord server. He made the NSFW channel for them, after which he accepted even more money from them, and allowed them to post onto that channel for over a year before they left the server. But did Nux Taku know that Red was underage? There is no message of Nux acknowledging Red's age, however, it is extremely unlikely that he didn't know. In this conversation from earlier, where Red says they're lying about their age, Nux Taku shows up soon afterwards. In this conversation, there's some kind of an ERP going on in the general chat.
Are you gonna stream the state of play? No. I don't give these Nintendo Directs, state of plays, fucking announcements to the union. I'm over them because too many of them have been fucking boring. The only one that I'm gonna, you know what? Fuck it. I'll stream it. Fuck it. I'll stream it. But the only one I'm actually going to pay attention to is the Pokemon 30th anniversary. Because for the love of God, can we get the GBA games? I'll buy a Switch 2. I will buy a Switch 2 just to fucking play the shit. And by shit, I mean the GBA Pokemon games. I'll do it just for that. Because you know they're going to lock it behind the Nintendo Switch 2. You're not going to be able to get it on the fucking Switch. You know that's going to be the gimmick. I'll buy it just for that. As I said I would. but these state of play, they're boring. They're a bunch of fucking remastered games that I guess you as a consumer are supposed to be excited for. Gamers are cucks. That's all we are. This shiny turd has been polished yet again. This shiny turd has been polished again for you. Here you are, turd sandwich.
Which is interrupted by Red. Red is told not to get involved because they're underage. After Red says the conversation is making them gag, another user jokes, "Oh no, we better stop if we are gagging a minor." Red pinged Nux Taku soon afterwards, but Nux didn't show up. This is Mintheus Mouselord, or Mitochondria, or Mito. According to Nux Taku, they were the best poster on the NSFW channel. In this conversation about BDSM, we can see Red asking Mito to send their presentation on sex toys to other users. Note, I just made the presentation because Red was clueless. After Bex mentions having a high tolerance to weirdness, Nux shows up to say, "Proud fanbase." Gremlin asks Mito to send the presentation to Nux. I think that Red already sent it to him. No, I told ya. Never sent it, but I can now. What are we sending me? A sex toy presentation. Why? Lol. We needed to explain sex toys to Red. Nah, it's fine if it's not sent to Nux. Already did, Mito. I'm not doing honest descriptions on all Mito's sex toys. A few minutes later at 2:16, Nux says, "Very cool, Mito. Very cool." Nux Taku has now received a direct message from a minor on his server.
People are hyping up the state of play because it's an hour long. That's it. oh, it's an hour-long showcase. It must be good. It must be an hour-long showcase. It must be good. And you know what? If it is, great. But imagine if it's just an hour-long dick suck. Hey, we're Sony. The PS5 financially could be viewed as a success. Game-wise, failure. It really wasn't nothing but a bunch of remasters. And blink if you fucking miss it. Like, literally. Literally. Black Myth Wukong, perfect. Astrobot, sure. That gap in the silence that you're hearing, that's essentially where I stop. Because there was nothing else, at least for me. You probably found a game off the PS5 that was very interesting, but for me, Black Myth Wukong and Astrobot. I don't really give a fuck about the 15 different versions of Grand Theft Auto and Horizon Zero Dawn. It's just fucking hell.
containing a link to a sex toy presentation that was made for them. What adult is clueless about sex toys? That's a massive red flag that Red is a minor. There was a previous time a month earlier when users in the voice chat text channel begged Nux Taku to join the VC because they needed help explaining sex toys to Red. Again, what adult doesn't know what sex toys are? In this example, Nux Taku declined the invitation to join the VC, but he absolutely was in voice chats with Red multiple times. One of my agents reached out to Red and asked him about their time on the server. They were willing to share their DMs with Nux to show that they did actually send him the sex toy presentation. So that actually happened. It wasn't just a joke. When asked about whether they were ever in voice chats with Nux Taku, Red recalled being in a VC with him plenty of times, a couple of times a week. They'd be surprised if Nux didn't notice them being underage, since everyone else did. However, they don't recall Nux ever commenting on their age. Now, I am not a journalist. I'm just a guy on the internet. However, I know you're not supposed to take one person's word and just run with it. Red could be misremembering, they might have some bias for or against Nux Taku, so it's important to have corroborating evidence. On December 15, 2018, Nux Taku pinged a deleted user to a VC. Red says Nux is in VC, everyone flood, implying they joined the voice channel with Nux. There's a similar message from January 15, 2019. If we scroll down a bit, we can see a screenshot showing Nux in the VC with Red. The real Nux Taku here is the real Nux Taku. Here's another screenshot from the time. Same name, same avatar. The current music channel used to be the old voice text channel, and on it we can sometimes see Red and Nux posting things close to each other that only makes sense if they were in the VC at the same time. Here, for example, Nux is working on a thumbnail. There's a message from Red, messages from Nux Taku, and then a message from Red. An hour later, messages from Nux Taku. In this one, we have a message from Red addressing Nux. Later, a photo from Nux, then a photo from Red. In this,
you are actively communicating with a fucking minor. No, I don't like peacocks. You are actively communicating with a fucking minor. You are actively.
We need to kill him. We need to get him out of here. He's unstable.
Like, do we not understand? I don't want to listen. I say this knowing I say this not knowing any fucking situation this person could have ever been in. When I did have that Instagram, somebody sent me a Discord. Somebody sent me a fucking DM. And the fact that I'm looking at the screen and it says King beat my meat. Okay. The person sent me a message asking me how much would I accept in payment to speak to them. I don't know the premise of how this was structured to me. I don't know. I don't know if it was meant in like an exploitive way or it's just somebody needing to talk. But I did not engage in that. And I just silently hope that whatever that person is up to and dealing with, I hope they are doing better. Mind you, no clue who this is, no clue man or woman, no clue of age. I just know it was all weird and I bowed the fuck out. It's one of those you have to accept it in order to respond, but you can still see it DMs. And I just saw it and I'm just like, nothing about this seems healthy for me to engage with, and I didn't do it. And I walk tenderly with this subject because I don't know what people are going through. I don't know what any of you are going through. I hope any bad that you're going through, you are able to overcome, able to overcome it. And I hope you're not trying to pay YouTubers to fucking talk to you about it. I really don't. I really fucking don't.
In this instance, Red asked somebody to join the VC. Another user posts a caked up Charizard.
What? I can't look at Pokemon the same again, bro. I really can't. I can't look at Pokemon the same after this. Like, I just fucking can't.
Taku shows a work in progress thumbnail. Message from Red, the Charizard from earlier is now on Nux's thumbnail. There's plenty of evidence of Red speaking, having audio issues, and other users commenting about their voice. So it's not like they never talked in the VC. I think this evidence sufficiently corroborates Red's recollection that they were in the VCs with Nux Taku multiple times. I'm not sure about a couple times a week, but certainly multiple times. Red was already behaving in a pretty immature way, even in the text messages. They would spam emojis and walls of text. To believe that Nux Taku didn't know Red's age, you'd have to believe he missed all of the instances when their age was mentioned. You'd have to believe no one told him Red was a minor in chats, VCs, or DMs, and that Nux didn't realize it from their voice when talking to them in VCs. This should already be enough to strongly conclude that Nux Taku knew. But to show the full extent of the evidence and the full extent of Nux Taku's beyond incomprehensible neglect, we need to introduce a new character. After joining the server, Red quickly...
Oh my god. How many fucking kids was this dude engaging with?
He made friends with another user called Alan Vtubers. I know that Alan's avatar here looks an awful lot like Mr. Obvious from my engineer video, but they are not the same person. Alan was a small anime creator at the time and would promote his videos on Nux's Discord. The metadata of his channel reveals that he is from Romania, and he would often mention things about it on the server. There's a lot of conversations between them and Nux Taku on the server, and Nux has mentioned Alan's name 100 times. He even shouted out Alan's channel in a video from October 22nd, 2018.
All patrons are invited to the Discord server, where we do things like make fun of Alan Weebus. If you don't know who Alan Weebus is, oh, trust me, $1 to the Patreon is worth it to meet the guy. He's in a special kind of category where everyone that relates to him.
$1 to interact with somebody in a Discord server. Like, I'm sorry. If I'm like trying to promote something that you have to pay for, my God, it gotta be the bells and the whistles. You gotta see my ass. If I'm trying to get you to put forth money on an entirely different fucking platform, I gotta be showing my ass. Like, I gotta be. You gotta see this little makeshift BBL. Like, hey, I just find no reason.
In any ways, it's underrated because we all constantly...
And maybe I'm throwing away money by saying that, but fuck, what else am I supposed to say?
Make fun of him, make believe we hate him, but we all low-key like him.
Sign into the greatest fucking Patreon known man.
Also, thank you, Alan Weebus, for donating $10 on Patreon. So now I get to shout you out in all my videos. Link to Alan Weebus' channel is actually in the description. He makes funny shiz, and he takes the edge out of edgy, which leaves you just why. Like, why is he making this video? That kind of thing. Anyway, special thanks to King Beat My Meat Sage.
Alan was a very major contributor to the NSFW channel. However, according to Nux, they were still inferior to Mitochondria. He apparently got his material from following more than 300 hentai artists on Twitter. But that's only a third of the amount that Tecton was following. Alan has made a lot of claims about their age, including saying that he was as young as 15. Plenty of users, including Nux Taku, have also claimed Alan to be underage. Alan is a lolly, no can do. Alan is underage. Does that mean Nux is grooming Alan? What's going on here? According to Red's recollection, Alan was around 19 at the time. In this tweet, they claim to be 19 in 2019. So if they're telling the truth here, they would have been 18. Another former member believed Alan to be around 21. According to Red's recollection, no one on the server genuinely believed Alan was underage. These statements about Nux grooming Alan or Nux calling Alan a lolly are simply jokes. Very optically bad jokes, but jokes nonetheless. While I'm not sure about Alan's exact age, they were clearly an adult. Alan has unfortunately deleted their Discord account, which makes it hard to determine which messages are his. But we can still tell if it's him talking thanks to context clues. Here Nux Taku mentions that Megumin from Konosuba is best girl. Alan points out that she's 14 years old. Another deleted user, who I assume is Sak, asks Alan about another character called Tiger. There's two deleted users talking here, so how can we tell them apart? Alan must be one of them because their name is mentioned. So this one must be Sak. One of them mentions the age of consent in Romania being 15, so that must be Alan. Sak uses capitalization, while Alan doesn't. That's how we know that it was Alan who said, "Who cares? If she can count, then she ready to mount."
This is Hassan taking more shots at Nux Taku in his week-long feud with me while defending his bro tips past. Alright, I never brought up his bro tips past because I felt like it was so long ago it's not worth it, but he's bringing up like random shit from forever ago and warping it into calling me a pedophile for insane reasons. Did you know that in his bro tips past he had a famous quote where he said if she's old enough to count, she's old enough to mount?
Come back again next week when we discuss the legendary question of all time. Old enough to count, old enough to mount? Question mark?
If that's not pedophile behavior, I don't know what is.
When Hassan said that in 2013, he was playing a character, and he was asking it, not flat out stating it like Alan did. We can see Nux Taku right here not condemning those words at all. So he either used to not care about pedophile behavior, didn't think that it was pedophile behavior, or his attack on Hassan is knowingly deceitful. There's a difference between waifu and best girl. Waifus are mountable, so therefore the best girl isn't. However, the art of the best girl is lolly inclusive. Nux is using that word in the petite anime character sense, not the cartoon CP sense. Nux's stance on personally not being into lolly hentai has been consistent for years, but it didn't stop him from posting it onto YouTube. Then Alan says, lollies are very mountable. Nux Taku responds, "You're
what? Little girls are very mountable. Like, I'm gonna need a bath after this. This shit demoralizing me."
Terrifying Alan, and moves on. This was 12 days before Nux gave Alan that shout out on his channel, so Alan saying things like this didn't seem to be a problem to him.
And he takes the edge out of edgy.
Look at this art. This art is better, and it's Alan posting a comic about some boy kissing his dog. I wish I would be able to get sick from stuff like this again. By the way, don't ask why do I have that. Why do you have that? Red sent it to me. He always sends me fucked up shit like this. That guy's a sociopath, I tell ya. Red shows up and claims Alan is the one who sent it, and shows a screenshot from their DMs. Wow, you resort to Photoshop to make me look bad? Shame. Red shares another screenshot showing some of Alan's earlier messages. People have no shame, shake my head. Also, I hope someone at school sees you watching this. Is that Minecraft? Yes, I'm 15. Deal with it. Oof, I feel old. He's literally the youngest guy here. I am the youngest? Oh, he is. Makes sense. Yup, Red is 15-year-olds personified. Ha, I'm still underage. So, because you're talking to me, you are all technically pedophiles. Not me. Yup, remember, the age of consent in Romania is 15, so I can smack your ass all I want. It's only been 26 minutes since the last time Alan brought up the Romanian age of consent. Alan would make similarly inappropriate comments about Red on the 16th of December. But let's return to October 8th. You are willing to send me the most fucking disgusting shit you have. I only send it to you because you're 15. Exactly. Nobody else would. I initially planned to traumatize you because you were acting tough, but I underestimated you. Who, me? I'm not tough. I guess edgy instead of tough. I am edgy. Not that tough though. Yeah, I got that. I need to train you to become tough. Okay. At this point, Nux Taku or the moderators should be intervening and investigating what's happening in the DMs between Alan and Red. However, there wouldn't be any moderators or rules on the server until 2020. In late 2019, the server was raided by gore spammers multiple times, and Nux Taku did nothing about it. What finally made him appoint moderators is when his patrons pulled their pledges. This is one of his own newly appointed moderators saying it at the time. According to Red, on the first day they joined the server, Alan spammed their DMs with a bunch of gore and NSFW content. There are
my therapist. I feel like everybody had the right to check into therapy after this, because everything about this just screams, hey, better responsibility. How old is Nux? Because Nux strikes me as a potential grown adult, and a grown adult doing all of this shit with children involved. It's just so Bush League and bad, it's fucking embarrassing. And it shouldn't even be a fucking thing, but it is, because motherfuckers take great pride in their weird excuses of how they want to interact with distributing things to children. And I'm sorry, you don't really have any fucking out trying to distribute or even promote or even talk about in a way that a child could find it, porn. Because, for anyone who doesn't get it, porn is bad. It's bad. Especially for the children. The porn is bad. It's bad. It's not good. It's not good.
For multiple instances of Red or Alan publicly mentioning Alan sending gold to Red. Here's one from October 6th. On October 14th, Alan mentioned showing his personal collection to Red. On January 1st, 2019, Alan actually posted a gore image into the voice chat channel and pinged Red. In February 2019, Red reacted to a meme by saying, I can take pictures of men's penises being cut in half, but this is too much even for me. It was a gif and just a tip. Yeah, for dramatic effect, Alan, shake my head. The message below contains nudity, and if we go one message further, we can see a message from Nux Taku. Alan having a fascination with gore seemed to be pretty well known on the server. One regular user made this meme about the various quirks of the other regular members. Alan's comedic summary was, posting extreme pics. Notice that Nux Taku was pinged on this message. Sending this kind of material to a minor is very harmful and a crime, and it's been going on for 5 months, and Nux Taku has done nothing. Red would sometimes ask Alan to send him things. Send me the most fucked up shit you have. Look for it yourself. I want my friend to know you are worse than the dark web. Soyboy here is another adult user and also a small anime creator. He already knows that Red is underage. Despite this, he asks Red if he can send them something truly disturbing. Okay, Soy, send it to me. See? Come on. I expected at least nuggets. If you don't know what that word means, don't look it up. Alan proceeds to drop codes to some extremely obscene comics. Thanks, Alan. Soy, I am extremely disappointed. Red, you scare me. That is actual animal rape and murder. I know. How is that not the most fucked up thing? Alan sent me a video of a man getting his head off by a machete. Real life, of course. Nux Taku was pinged about something off topic immediately after that message, but he didn't show up. After getting Nux Taku to create the NSFW channel, Red suggested making a Not Safe for Life channel for Alan, to which Alan said, I wouldn't make Nux Taku watch something like that. You, on the other hand, can get it. Nux Taku's nowhere to be seen, but then Soyboy mentions Toei Animation claiming one of his videos. Nux Taku replies to him with advice, once again showing how close he was to seeing these warning signs. Beyond conditioning Red into tolerating extremely shocking and obscene imagery, Alan also encouraged them to drop out of school. On Tuesday, October 9th, Red mentions skipping school to binge-watch anime. Alan cheers them on and says that skipping school is badass, and that he's doing it as well, because he's a badass like Red. On October 10th, Nux Taku pings various users, including Red, to inform them that he finished reading the Black Clover manga all in one day. School got cancelled for the rest of the week for me because the head teacher got so I shall be around lots. Words like head teacher and school are used by children, not college students. Another clear red flag that Red is a minor, right in Nux's face. What? Go to sleep, kid. Another clear indication that Red is a minor. Yeah, lol, 176 chapters in a day. This is 5 days before Red got Nux Taku to create the NSFW channel. If you're worried about that stabbing story, it's something that Red made up at the time. On Thursday, October 11th, Red mentions having skipped 4 days of school to binge anime. Another user cheers him on. School is a waste of time. On Monday, October 15th, Red thinks about joining a VC because there's a lot of people on. But he says that school starts in 30 minutes. Alan once again encourages Red to skip school. On Thursday, October 18th, Red asks Alan for advice on how to lie to their parents to get out of school. Anyone here?
You just fake that you're sick, dumbass. Like, it's a skill issue. How are you not aware of the ways to trick the grown adult into avoiding the school? I wouldn't recommend doing this all the time. But like every day I would just call my dad, just like, bro, come get me. Like, I don't want to be, I'm fucking sick. I don't want to be here. This motherfucker would always come get me, and I would have to fake a breathing treatment every fucking time. I was just like, damn it. I don't want to go through this shit.
You're a good liar? Alan makes multiple suggestions. On October 30th, Red pinged Alan because he wants to speak to someone that he trusts. Red mentions having the problem of no longer going to school. Alan asks if they quit like a badass mad lad.
Don't worry. You will heal. You shall overcome any depressive moments in your life as long as you believe in yourself and your ability to achieve great nirvana and happiness. Because you, much like everyone else watching this right now, you all deserve to be happy. You all deserve to be happy in some way, shape, or form. Maybe it's self-pleasure. Maybe it's self-destruction. But you deserve to smile.
Once again encouraging Red to drop out of school. On December 9th, Violet asks, are you guys students or out of school? Alan says he and Red dropped out. Red says that Alan inspired him. On January 4th, 2019, Red once again says he quit school. He doesn't care about it anymore. On April 10th, 2019, Red described themselves as a 15-year-old dropout. Alan shows up and says, agreed, and that's coming from an older dropout. So how did Red manage to drop out of school? Let's go to February 2019. Red is talking to Bex, who seems to be having some form of breakdown caused by opiate withdrawals. Many of Bex's messages actually mention them being addicted to drugs, spending all their money on drugs, and having various mental illnesses. Please keep that in mind when passing judgment about what I'm going to show next. I might be overly cautious here because YouTube does not like when certain things are discussed, such as SH. And in this exchange, knowing they're in the presence of a minor, Bex explains how it works and basically makes it sound really cool. Red mentions having used SH to manipulate their parents into letting them quit school. Really? That's impressive. Red expressed that they felt like a terrible person for doing it, how it felt, and they mentioned only doing it twice, to which Beck says, psh, imagine only doing it twice. I decided to stop before I couldn't. Real sad boys have on their thighs. Red then reveals that they put their upper arm a lot of times. Bex comments, ooh, nice. Again, this was a very irresponsible way to talk about these things with a minor. I don't have any experience or knowledge of how SH works, but Red claimed that this needle stuff apparently happened way before they joined the server, but they claimed that it was not enough to cause the effect, which makes SH addictive. Based on their comments from back then, there was clearly a unique sensation there, but again, I don't know for sure. Red claimed that the first time they did it for real was on October 31st, 2018. They had a fight with their family, which led to them dropping out. On the day before, Red asked Alan for advice on how to get over their fear of the pain of SH. I'm not sure if Alan is jokingly suggesting that—
oh, fuck, self-harm, okay. I'm sitting here thinking sexual harassment. Okay. I'm literally sitting here like, wait, you got to get over the fear or the harm of sexual harassment? Like, oh, I genuinely had to think about this shit for a second. Like, ew, no, they're talking about self-harm and how bad it is, because it's bad. It's bad to want to take your life. It's bad.
That Red should try flipping, as in juggling knives, or if he should try using a folding knife, and he used the word flipping by mistake. Red seemed to interpret it as a suggestion for a type of knife, and asks if he could use a kitchen knife. If you yourself, you'll realize the pain is pretty whatever. Okay, thanks. You're welcome. If we scroll down a bit, we can see the exchange where Red asked Alan to talk about the problem of no longer going to school. They hadn't actually dropped out yet. That would happen soon after the 31st, when the SH first occurred. Red would eventually develop an addiction to it. In February 2019, we can see Red mention that he talks to at least people in real life on the server. I have talked to
radical activist language in this fucking chat. Suck my fucking cock.
When you realize the most dangerous kind of predator is the one that needs to be seen as a... No, I don't think I want to live in a world where the most dangerous predator is one who's a hero. No.
3 different people in real life in the last month. 5 months after joining the server, they've dropped out of school, they are self-harming, and they've become socially isolated. Despite Alan constantly behaving in an inappropriate, abusive, and downright criminal manner towards Red perceived him as trustworthy. Red saw Alan as a good friend, bestest friend, and the reason why they haven't committed... We have already established that the odds that Nux Taku didn't know that Red was a minor are super low. The further we looked, the more examples we saw of messages that must have been in Nux Taku's line of sight that would indicate to any reasonable person that Red is a minor, or that Alan is sending some weird stuff to him. Nux Taku was also familiar with Alan. They've talked a lot, he's mentioned him lots of times, they hung out in VCs, and he gave Alan a shout out on his channel. But did Nux Taku know about the other part of Alan's reputation? Check this out. On January 16th of 2019, Alan posted a bait and switch video into the general chat channel. The thumbnail shows a naked woman, but when the video is played, it switches to a video containing stuff like this. Despite the warnings given by other members to not look at it, Red can be seen giving their reaction to the video. You can take that as a corroboration of my testimony of what the video is. Violet said that Alan should be banned. Nux Taku was then pinged because Alan did something bad. Nux shows up and says, wow, didn't see that one coming, and he then leaves. He took no action. He didn't delete the video or punish Alan or anything. Again, that was January of 2019. Nux Taku would still have Alan on the Rant Cafe podcast in July and August.
And next, we also, believe it or not, have Alan Weebus himself.
Hi there. Sorry, I'm the replacement for Animac Forever. He's dead now. I killed him. So you're gonna have to get accustomed to my presence from now on.
Despite everything that was happening for months, Nux Taku publicly endorsed this guy and presented him to his audience as this harmless, funny troll guy. When I asked Red about these old messages...
And it's fucking not, bro. You... And then, wait a minute. This motherfucker is parading himself around as like this right-wing cool guy who's seen the error of his fucking ways, and it's just so amazing that I've done this. It's like, bro, you a noob. You a novice. It's like reacting to Candace Owens being retarded. It broke me. You know what broke me and like the 20 people watching this fucking stream? You being a fucking freak with a Discord server of nothing but freaks. That's what the fuck broke me. That shit broke me. Ice King broke my fucking heart. It broke me. It broke me. This broke me. It crushed me. This broke me. You seem to be a very broken individual. Reacting to Kathleen Kennedy's rise and fall. It broke me. Are you all right? Do you have a breaking fetish? You have a child fetish. Do you have a breaking fetish? You need to get this checked out.
Messages concerning their personal situation at the time. They said it was the beginning of probably the darkest period in their life. The good news is that they stopped self-harming in 2021. They went into a dropout rehabilitation program, and they are now working on their university degree. To clarify some things, I reached out to Red because I saw their post on the Discord from years ago. They didn't reach out to me, no one tipped me off about them, I discovered them myself. I haven't conducted any in-depth interview with this person. I would just send them questions every now and then, and laid out this timeline and asked for their thoughts. They described it with the words, all of that is accurate to my knowledge. They don't remember anyone on the server really recommending them to seek help. When I asked about how they felt about Alan's behavior, they recognized that it was inappropriate towards a 14-year-old, but they don't believe he had any sexual grooming intention or meant what he was doing in that manner. They also mentioned Alan being very troubled at the time, which based on Alan's messages, assuming he isn't lying, seems to be true. Based on the logs I've shown, it's tempting to conclude that the influences that Red was exposed to through Nux Taku's unmoderated Patreon Discord server led to them dropping out of school at age 14 and getting into SH. The timeline laid out by the messages and by Red's testimony does support the idea, but to actually determine if that's the underlying reality would require further investigation. However, regardless of the actual consequences, allowing people to encourage or praise this kind of behavior in the first place is already insane. What is clear is that Red was repeatedly exposed to extremely obscene NSFW content and gore on the server, and that Nux
and that is at the fucking foot of Nux Taku. Because this fucking moron, instead of actually curating a fucking server where motherfuckers could actually be safe, structured, and sound, just said fuck it. The lore, the fuck, you need to pay to be in this child porn server. You need it. You need to be in this child porn server. You need it, absolutely, 100%. Because you don't want to miss being in the child porn server. No. Because it's exactly where you want to be, the child porn server. It's like, can we get a fucking grip, bro? Like, we need to establish like a grip and how to be able to get it, and to get it. We need to get it. We need a grip. Get it.
Nux Taku made the NSFW channel because Red requested it, and then accepted more money from them. If Nux Taku was too busy to moderate the server properly, it's not like he was totally unfamiliar with the concept of moderators. If he was, the 16th message on his Discord server was a user recommending him to designate moderators, to which Nux responded, indeed. One of the basic responsibilities of a Discord server operator is to make sure that children are not exposed to adult content on their server. By allowing Red on the server, and allowing them to be exposed to all of these harmful influences, based on my estimation, Nux Taku made $46. Not only did he fail to carry out that basic responsibility, he made money from neglecting it, something which would eventually become a core element of his success. If you remember, the Chris Tyson server closed its NSFW channel in January 2019, before the server went public. Nux Taku's Patreon NSFW channel is still open in 2026. There is no age verification process, and anyone with $1 can join in. The channel hasn't had a new post since 2024, but it was still active when Nux Taku was casting judgment on Eva Tyson. It's probably good to point out that Nux Taku and Eva Tyson were both born in 1996. Tyson in July, and Nux Taku in February. Nux Taku is a few months older than Tyson, but he was making demonstrably worse mistakes at the same age, and continued to make those mistakes for years afterwards. There is no evidence that Tyson ever grooming anyone on the server, but her career was still destroyed by the controversy, something which Nux Taku cheered on. And with that, I conclude the first part of our dive into Nux Taku's history. In the next part, I'll show the dishonest ways in which he has defended his past content to his new religious right-wing audience, an audience that he's attracted by saying stuff like this.
Banning our books! They're firing! They're not banning your books, they just don't want them in schools teaching children and grooming them. There's a big difference between...
Hey, wait a fucking minute. You know what else children don't need in schools? A dumbass twink trying to tell these motherfuckers, hey, pay to be in my Discord, where we'll have grown adults tell you, hey, you don't need to be in there. You don't need to be in there. Hey, you don't need to be in school. Hey, come jerk it. Come jerk it. Hey, we got this fucking Charizard and hentai. Can say what you want. Say what you want. But I think, I believe there is a sentiment to be made about these conservatives and how much they want to keep children safe. Do they all do it? No. Are there some individuals out in the world who desperately need their hard drives checked? Yes. But oh my fucking goodness. We reach a point where a lot of motherfuckers got to be honest. And if you're not willing to be honest, what are you willing to fucking do? Are you willing to sit here and just try to scapegoat it for your own fucking leisure? Do you actually want to be somebody that's a little bit fucking honest, please? Because if you do that, maybe people could see you as normal. Or you could be a motherfucker hiding the fact that you get on Google and type in Reddit forced cream fucking pie. Because you motherfuckers want to lie that much about what it is that you search up. Listen, there's not one of you that could shame me for looking up grannies getting blacked. You know why? Because that's women on their deathbeds. Adults. on the pecking order, I'm still considered normal. Hell, even a motherfucker who has a fucking collar fetish and wanting his dommy mommy to fucking straddle him like a fucking dog with a dildo strapped to her fucking crotch and thrust fucking him somehow is way more normal than this. So Nux is another tectone. You know what's crazy? I forgot to fucking look up the tectone shit. I have a whole stream that's titled Learning About Tectone. Not 1 minute, not even a second is dedicated to that. Because I think that was when the stream crashed and I just fucking left it all to bear. Do you have a favorite granny? And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, get out. Go everybody, this is your homework. First of all, I appreciate the bits. I appreciate the $4.99 Igan, Courtney Wilson. You have homework. You have homework. Your homework is this. Google therapy, because you know what? I feel like we all need it after this one. I feel like we all need it. I feel like we all need it. We all need it. We all need it. We all need it. We all need a little bit of shower. We need a shower. We need just like a little mental break. I think we all deserve it after this. There will be no playing of the Arc Raiders live. I am ending the stream on all fronts, so don't even bother. I'm done. Get out. Be gone. Flee. Probably will stream tomorrow, but we are for sure. You know what? Somebody help me out. One of you, somebody help me out. Should we do the midnight stream of should we at midnight? Not even midnight. I think it drops at 11 o'clock. Should we at like 11 o'clock tomorrow play Reanimal? Should we? I don't know. Or should I just wait for like the morn or like the afternoon? You gonna check out the state of play? Sure. Why the fuck not? Sure. Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? On a weekday? Which one is when you'd be drunk? I do not drink every fuck. You know what? Just for that, I'm not even gonna stream it on YouTube. Fuck you. Fuck you. Goodbye. Get out. Get out.
For all of this information you just gave me, man.
I appreciate that. Get out.